I'm mad at you. I can't ever make a mad face. I actually can't do it. I can't be mad at Twitch chat. You guys don't know what you do. You're like a bunch of dumb piglets drooling over the trough. His ass is giggling. Shut up. What is that Peepo Happy? Is that new? What is that Peepo Happy, man? Hold on, I gotta find a good picture for this. I gotta find like one of those like I can be your angel or your devil. I gotta look really scary and intimidating. Like Ken Sama. You remember the guy with the sword? You know what I'm talking about? Bro, got the Green Lantern fit. It's literally just... Oh, never mind. I found a picture. Dude, it's just a green shirt. That's not what that is. Alright, tweets up. I welcome all comers. She Oregon on my trail till I settle. That's good. That's nice. I like that. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is number 3 on trending.
And that's facts.
Oh. Pretend you didn't see that. No, that's pretty bad. I don't like this one. No, this one's kind of bad.
And that's facts.
I added that. Isn't that funny? That's new. Thanks, Taizai. No, this sucks. I don't like it. You have too many cats anyway. Aren't you sick of cats? Okay, I'll give you cat punch. Guys, I don't want to be an only cat streamer, man. Everybody's gonna come here and think that I just like cat. I don't even like cats, really. I don't even like cats. Not particularly. Stop punching me. You already are, bro. It's so over. It's just a lot of funny cats. Isn't this essaying the same as chatting? I feel like it's the same thing. It's the same emote. Are you still a raccoon person? Top 3 are raccoons, pigs, and coyotes. Those are the Coney, best 3. Some combination of those. I love coyotes, man. I think coyotes are cool as hell. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? I try to pull it back, but not enough so that you guys will make fun of my hairline. Otherwise, it's gonna look like this. Oh! Oh my god, it's male. It's giving male pattern. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, we gotta cover that up. You see it? Oh, no! Whoa! Let's bring it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? John Cena? No, everything is fine back here. It's actually... What if it wasn't? It's fine, right? Right? I think I'm good back there, right? I can't see it.
Bro is not beating the balding mullet allegations.
No, dude, I'm not bald. I don't think I'm balding. I think that's just where my hair goes, man. Seriously. I just think it's normal. I think I will bald. But every man balds. Did you know, and I know this because I looked it up, 85% of men will experience hair loss by 50. It's true. It'll happen to you. Now, I'm nowhere near 50, as you all know. Coney, we actually have the same hairline. I feel so bad. Don't you ever lump me in with you. Okay? We're not the same. I just have I have the big sweet back. I'm the Joker. But the Jack Nicholson Joker. Maybe I just got to get some of that Hims stuff, right? Is it Hims or Keeps? I'll just get that. We'll be fine. Oh, you're good then, Coney. You're way past 50. Better stop it. I'm going to shoot you. You've got a good head shape. Embrace it. No, I don't. I got a buzz cut one time. I looked like shit. I looked like Aaron Paul. It was weird. Got to fight online today, which was awesome. I love arguing on the internet. Like, genuinely, it's one of my favorite things to do is rattle sabers. That was a fun time, but we'll talk about that in a second. You were right. I know I am. Look, I'm not here for a conversation or to be proven wrong. I know that I'm right about what we were arguing about. I'm literally correct. DSP's biggest stan. Oh, I don't know about that. Listen, a lot of people were like, I would understand generally, but if it's DSP, he deserves it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If I saw the name DSP on the enemy side, I think I would lose control. I would give up on my morals very quickly as well. I probably would swap it. I think I would give up. I'd be like, that's so funny. How is DSP in Masters? I think Masters is not hard to get. It just, the way you climb in Street Fighter is just by playing a lot, because you always win more points than you do lose points. So it's not hard to get points. You just have to play a bunch. Like, I got to Diamond with DJ, but I didn't feel like I was good. I just played a lot. And I was like, all right, well. There's nothing more deflating during what you think is a chill match than your opponent teabagging. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm having a good match with somebody. They're beating my ass, but I'm learning a lot. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a really sick setup. Oh, that was a cool... Like, I'm enjoying it. And then they start teabagging, and I'm just like, we're both bad. I thought we were having fun. Off topic, but I just saw that P4 spoiler flame. Listen, I spoiled Persona 4. Don't go into my replies if you're playing it. It is a very old game. I'm sure people already know the spoiler. Don't go in there. But it's my favorite thing to do to people. Don't go in there. I saw it. My bad. That wasn't for you. Sorry if you got astray. You played Persona 4? No, but I was on image boards back in the day. And a lot of people knew the thing. Random, but are you going to be on NFL TNG this year? If I get called up, sure. If I get hit up, I'll do it again. I did it last year because I was in town. I went to LA. I'd be down to do it again. It was a fun time. You pulled a donkey? No, I didn't tweet it on main. I tweeted it at a guy. I said the teabagging thing. Like, I put out that tweet. And the guy called me a loser, so I just told him the biggest spoiler in Persona 4. And it's probably not a spoiler. He probably knows it anyway. But I'm hoping that it crit. I'm hoping I hit the crit. I don't know if he probably already knows it, but maybe not. I love dropping spoilers on people that are unnecessarily, that try to flame me. Like, don't flame me. I'm not nice. You know what I mean? If you're gonna flame me, be funny about it. That's the issue that I'm running into, okay? And maybe we just start with this. Okay, so in case you guys didn't see it, maybe I just open up this, because I'm talking about it anyway. Coney put out a tweet today. Well, there was... Let's watch this DSP clip first for a little bit of context.
Wow!
Wow!
Oh, cannon spike. Stuffs me completely. Uh-huh. What a great match. I'm pressing the button to interrupt, but the game drops the input because I'm playing online. It gives her the advantage for mashing throw.
Coney is unironically right
Thing
there.
I can do.
I
This is
have
such
held this
trash
belief
gameplay,
for a
see?
long time.
Do you want to teabag me, huh? You can go fuck yourself.
Based.
Fucking idiot.
Based.
You're a trash player. You're a
Actually
trash
based.
player playing
Pattern
pattern
candy.
cami, online with lag, dropping half my moves, and
Yup.
you're going to teabag me?
Yup.
No, you're going to get
Yup.
blocked, and I'm never playing you again.
Yup.
You fucking
Yup.
idiot.
He's spinning.
What a loser.
He's spinning. Bro, you're both in low master. Well, wait, is he in high masters? Damn, 32. Never mind. They're both good. Holy shit. That's a good cami. Never mind. Holy shit. That's high LP, right? Isn't that really high? LP, not MR. Oh, never mind. They're both trash. Okay, yeah. What are you doing teabagging, man? Why are you killing the vibe? Huh? On the totem pole of cringe, I think teabagging and rage quitting are on the same tier. Yeah, but if you teabag, all bets are off. I have a firm belief that I stick to, okay? Whoever opens fire first, then anything is allowed at that point. If you teabag, if you talk in the all chat, if you do anything to violate the terms of engagement, everything's on the table. I'm finding your IP in League of Legends. I'm sending you a pizza you can't eat because I know where you are. I want you to know that I know where you are. You get what I'm saying? We're going out of the game now as a joke. As a joke. But I will find your address.
And that's facts.
If you rage quit when someone teabags, that means they won. They were going to win anyway. Who cares? You win a Pyrrhic victory. You're not getting my points. Get the fuck out of here. Whoever strikes first, okay? I open up anything. That's what I go for, okay? That's my belief, all right? Now, to be clear,
Coney, what is your deal with seeing old cynical angry men that are hated by the internet like Sven David Jeff
wanna
and
know
being
why?
like no, but actually they're based? Is it
You wanna
because
know
you
why?
are old,
Because
cynical,
one day
angry,
it will
and
be me.
short? Man yourself.
one day that will be me. No, stop laughing. That's not facts. One day that will be me, and I need people to understand that I'm not allying with these guys because I have to, which is always what happens with cancel people. They hang out with other cancel people. I want you guys to know that I've always been on their side. However, I would teabag the shit out of DSP if I got the opportunity. I definitely would. No question. I absolute, because it's DSP. You got to change the name. That's why I always have my name changed when I play these stupid fucking games. Everybody's gonna try to get attention from me on stream. You know what I mean? Here's the thing that kills me, okay? If you're teabagging and neither of us are streaming, this is a purely personal interaction between me and you, and we're both playing the game, and you're like trying to show me, like, if you're going to taunt, at least the taunt is okay. You're just pretending to be a good player. We're both in gold. We're both in plat. What are you doing? Neither of us are good. Well, this isn't Capcom Cup. You're not making a statement. You're going to go to a major and go 1-2. You're better than me. I'm dog shit. What are you doing? What are either of us? So I'm leaving, and then I leave. Do you get mad at emotes? Depends. Maybe. What I think it is, it's the lack of creativity. I think that's my issue. Is because people flamed me for this, and it was very funny. People flamed me for this, and I was like, that's fine. If people are funny, that's good. If people just do the same shit, everybody's trying to be punk. I saw this in League of Legends. Have you guys ever seen a Draven player that wants to be Tyler so fucking bad? Have you ever seen that? A Draven player that types, like, in broken words and is flaming everybody in the game. It's so embarrassing, dude. That's the issue that I'm running into. Then beat them. See, here is the issue, dear chatter. Everybody's like, oh, why would you leave the game? LOL, it's only round 1. That's not when people teabag. People teabag game 3 when they know that they've won. What they do is they only do it when the stakes are off. Like, if they hit their fucking level 3... and my health is at 20% and they're at 100. And then they'll start teabagging because they obviously won. I'm not giving you the points. Get the fuck out of my face with this. It's embarrassing. I just get embarrassed for you. I really do. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm just trying to play and learn and have fun. Just beat my ass. Beat my ass to an inch of my life. That's fine. You can beat the shit out of me. You're better than me. Take it. You get what I'm saying? You're not keeping the same energy the whole game. That's my issue with it.
And that's facts.
And he agrees. Don't you still get points if your opponent leaves? Depends on the game. In Tekken, no. Flex in a more creative way. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you could just taunt me and be funny, or just taunt. Teabagging is such a, like, how do I put this? It's weird to me. I think I'm just old, because I also get annoyed when the winning team says GG, and I know that that's so stupid and shitty. I know that that's old head mentality. I know. But I get so annoyed, because I'm like, it's supposed to be the loser saying GG because you're surrendering, you're forfeiting. It's like, you know. But when the winners say it, I'm like, dude, come on. Why are you feeling yourself? It's just a fucking video game, man. You get what I'm saying? Teabagging visually looks like it's taking a lot more effort than pressing one button to taunt in my brain. Well, because teabagging is like, I don't... Like, just take a taunt. Do the character taunt like, yo, I'm putting my balls in your mouth, dude. Why are you doing that? We had a fun match. Yo, I put my balls in your face. Isn't that... Hey, check this out. Don't hum me. That's what bagging is, and you know it. It's juvenile. It's teenager shit, man. Let's just play the game, okay? Let's just play the game. We're both bad. Let's just be bad together, and maybe you're better than me. And that's okay. Beat my ass. I got no issue losing. I'm not good at games. That's okay. That's all. You could choose not to maul, though. I'm not malding. It's not malding. I'm malding now for the sake of the stream. But if somebody bags me, I'm just like, all right, I'm not playing. I'll leave. Not mad about it. Yes, it is. No, you're doing the you mad thing. So you win either way. That is malding. No, okay, so the issue with what you're doing is you are projecting a feeling based on what you want to happen. So if I teabag and the other guy leaves, then it's like, oh, he must be mad. If I teabag and I beat him, oh, I bet he's so mad because I teabagged him. You win either way. You get what I'm saying? It's teenager shit. I'm not gonna I'm getting out of here. I'm just not gonna play. I like to win. Okay, then win. Win quietly. You get what I'm saying? Win quietly and with grace. And if you don't want to do that, that's cool. You can get points elsewhere. I'm taking my points, and I'm leaving.
And that's facts.
And, dude, I need this guy. I got to ad-lib. This guy's my ad-lib guy every time. That's all it is. It's DSP? Oh, no, wait. Are we doing... Hold on. So now we're going back to the DSP thing? Because before you said people don't do it in the first round, and now I had to go. Now we're going, oh, it's DSP, which I've already agreed to. Yes, it's DSP. I'm teabagging the shit out of DSP. No question. I'm teabagging the shit out of that guy. I give up that point right away. Please. You guys are moving goalposts. Does a collie doing thumbs up emote in lane tilt you? Absolutely. But I think that's different. I genuinely think League of Legends is different. Emotes in League are different because it's 5v5. If it's a one-on-one game, there's no... You trying to tilt me game 3 when the game is already over, you're doing this for you. If you're trying to tilt me in laning phase in 5 minutes of League of Legends in a 5v5 game, you want me to be the weak lane. I think that's different. Seriously, I think it's different because you're trying to tilt the other guy. It's different because more people have to fall for this shit. Can't lie though, hitting the reverse teabag once you start shitting on teabaggers is heavenly bliss. Okay, but again, most of the time in my experience, the only people teabagging me are doing it game 3. That's all. Coney is okay with psychological warfare as long as it's not on him. No. I think psychological warfare is part of the game of League of Legends. It's part of the laning phase. They're trying to tilt the guy who has weak mental. That's part of the game. Fighting games, though, I do it to force an approach and make them make a mistake. If they're sitting back and they're not doing anything, you do it, I would argue even that's different. I would say even that has a practical application. Teabag because you stunned a guy Well, actually, this is round 1. Well, maybe that's a little different.
Play C.
But he did win a game. It is round 1. I didn't consider all the factors. Context matters, okay? Context is important. Also, it's DSP. Let us not forget. Bro got too many caveats for his opinion. I have my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I think the issue here is that I'm giving a lot of leeway to chat. Because I can get that I am the old man, boomer, respectful Shogun gamer, all right? I'm just living in the Edo period, right? Where everybody was respectful and had honor. You guys are living today with your Fortnite emotes and all that bullshit. Things are nuanced. What about after a shield break in Smash? I still cringe. Don't teabag in Smash. You're teabagging in Super Smash Brothers? You're making Super Mario teabag? Do not look at yourself. Reflect. Have some introspection. Come on. Come on, man. Mario wouldn't do that. Who would teabag in Smash? Who's the most disrespectful? Mithra? Is it Mithra? I don't know who's disrespectful. DK? DK wouldn't do that. Wario would do it. Wario's not nice. Yeah. You're already playing Smash. Don't embarrass yourself more. See, that's what I'm saying. You're already playing Smash Bros. I don't know. Teabagging just feels so juvenile and unnecessary. Just win. You know what I mean? I smell a tier list. I don't know. That must be coming from you. That's not me. No way. I'm not doing that. Coney, can you pull out the gun? You know what I realized? I don't think you guys can even see the bullets. Can you? Like, when I shoot, can you even see the bullet hit? You know what I'm saying? You can't see it, right? Do you see it fly? Not very well. Hold on, let's try one more time. Is there a bullet in there? Did you guys see that one? That was right on the chin. Oh, there it is. It landed on the table. You see that? Who'd I kill? Jolly Gamer. Oh, I'll remember as he was. I'll remember him for being jolly. The jolliest there's ever been. Dude, this is hard. I can do it backward. I can't do it forward. Oh, hit my theme song. This is my theme song when I kill a guy in chat. Yeah, fuck teabagging, bro. Unless it's against DSP. Facts. That's allowed. And that's facts. Thank you. How long do you get banned if you get shot? It's vanish. So it's random. Everybody has different recovery periods. Bro thinks he's Revolver Ocelot. Is it cringe for me to say I wanted to learn how to do that? I want to learn how to do the revolver shit. But I'm like, why would I need a revolver? I would never shoot anybody. I just think revolvers are really cool. I think it's a cool weapon. Is that cringe? Be honest. I think they're cool. But Coney, what if you get put in the epic disrespect comp? I didn't realize that quitting out does put you in the comp. I forgot about that part. That's my bad. Yes, it's cringe, not because it's a video game thing, but you don't possess the coordination to do that? Sure I do. I got good hand coordination. You think I couldn't twirl a gun? I'll shoot you. I'll show you coordination. I'm either shooting you or myself, depending on how coordinated I am. Flame this guy for saying take, show us nobody is safe. No, this guy's spitting. Take is okay when it's me. When they're praising me, take is good. That's a like for me. That's a big heart. Love that. Nice take. Thanks, man. Thank you, Grand Paradise. Show the Persona guy? No, I don't want to spoil it for chat. There's 1,100 people in here. 1,100 happy haunts in the Coney stream. I'm not going to do that. That would be shitty to do. Coney, it's a 16-year-old game. Yeah, but I don't want to, in case you guys haven't played it. You know what I'm saying? show it. They've had enough time. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not nice. Not a nice thing to do. I've spoiled so many games. Why do you start fighting on Twitter right before stream? I've been fighting on Twitter all day. I love fighting on Twitter. One of my favorite things to do, unironically. I love it. Because funny people are funny, and then I get to have a funny back and forth, and annoying people, I get to be annoying too. Love doing it. I really do. Coney plays Twitter like it's horde mode. Dude, I can't believe people don't enjoy it. Seriously. I see so many people that are like locking my account. I can't deal with this. And I guess that's different if you're getting death threats or whatever. It's never gotten that real for me. But I just fucking, the internet's not real. These are all robots that live in my computer. You know what I mean? I just have to learn how to block their attacks. My life is like a video game. You know what I'm saying? Didn't you think that Twitter sucked now? Yes, it does. But that's more because I can't tweet random dumb bullshit. Now everything has to be content. You know what I'm saying? Epic reference. Thanks, man. I had to look up I literally looked up biggest Persona 4 spoiler because I didn't know what it was. But I found it. I figured it out. Oh, I got it. No. All right, let me go to the bathroom, then we're going to get started, okay? There actually is a lot to talk about. The title is not bait. There are a lot of game trailers and other stuff and other discussions and such. And videos. YouTube movies. All right, YouTube movies. And then other stuff. Teabag is a legit strategy. Teabagging a rage art is sinister and valid. Again, people teabagging aren't doing it as a strategy. There's no greater, like, plan at work. You're just being a loser most of the time. Not always. I can only imagine how excited for the Ermac trailer Coney is. That shit was trash. I saw it last night. Okay, we'll see it this one second.
Okay, chicos, estoy hablando en español. As a crocani no food intender, finge que chacas de boquay, here in la trap.
También. Sí. Me gusto un crimes. See? True. Verdad. Yeah. The Persona guy called you a fuck-ass loser? No, I saw. Hey, I hope my shot hit. I don't think it did. I didn't assume that it would, but I hope it hit. Watch more essay videos? Hey, listen. You're in for a good time tonight. It's gonna be a good stream. There's actually... Hold on. Alright. There's a game that got a trailer that I didn't get to watch yet, but I wanted to. This is the Crush House.
Welcome to sunny, sexy
Coney, what did you say about Persona? I gave away the biggest spoiler to Persona 4.
Malibu.
Because the Persona, there's a Persona guy in my replies with, like, their name at Persona 4, like they're playing Persona 4. And so I just dropped it. I don't know if it hit or not. They probably knew the spoiler because most people know the Persona 4 spoiler, but maybe not.
Knocking on the door, and the hottest reality TV show this side of the millennium is heating up. A new crop of sassy singles are mingling in the iconic mansion together. But can they get along, or will the crush become a clash?
Jay, what were you doing all night? It doesn't matter. Move your butt. The cast are coming in, and
This is
you have
such
show
a
to
neat
make.
game.
Grab the camera and get upstairs.
So you play dog milk? So
Listen, the
you
network
get
loves
to make
picks
your
for the
own
season,
reality
but
TV
we're
show.
still under pressure, so make sure you capture both drama and romance. Sure.
Would I pick
so
her?
Make sure you capture both drama and
I think I would take Ayo.
romance.
She's cursing. She's the bad
Okay,
girl.
so things are already heating up, for better or for worse. So be sure to film anything that's going to keep those ratings popping. The spicier, the better.
Everybody's cursing. Everybody's so mean. Okay. That woman is promiscuous.
The fans want those wild moments, so film those big fights, big emotions, and, well, big butts.
It might be a cool game, man. It might be kind of cool. I don't know.
And
Maybe.
remember the network's #1 rule. No matter what happens, never speak to the cast. Just stick to the show, focus on your job.
Oh, it's one of those
and
games with the scary ass.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
It's
Is this
got a
cast
scary
popular
twist.
enough to go down the success slide, or will they have their hearts crushed into obscurity? Tune in, turn it up, and join the party in the Crush House.
No, that looks kind of shitty, actually. Never mind. Indie horror twist. Oh my god, it's scary. This art style sucks. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, maybe. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't have the twist or whatever. It kind of hinted at it. But maybe every game feels like there's going to be a twist. I don't know. Someone is 100% a murderer in the house. Probably called Crush House because people get crushed in it or something. I don't know. Probably something like that. Something very scary indeed happens. There's another trailer that came out today. I'm skipping this, by the way. I wanted to watch it to be like, oh, this might be interesting. I don't care about that. You know what I do care about? It's
Long
Monkey
ago,
Ball.
A mythical fruit was lost to time, hidden away to keep it safe. That relic is the legendary banana.
They have Chaos Emeralds in Monkey Ball.
Many who
Hooray!
seek this powerful banana use its power for evil, and only one bunch can stop them.
I thought you hated monkeys. Monkey Ball monkeys are not monkeys. They're chibi monkeys, and they're very cute. Wait, multiplayer at the same time? Oh, that rules! Is that normal? Do they always have that? Oh my god, there are 4. Perfect, good! I feel like they've never had that before. I want to play multiplayer Monkey Ball. That looks cool as hell. Oh my god, you could get a banana suit. Is it only on Switch? Is this the last good Switch game? When is Thousand Year Door coming out? I feel like there's nothing else on the Switch. Aren't these the first new Monkey Ball levels in like 10 years? Is that true? Did the Banana Party... What was that game called that just came out? Hello, banana... That one. There are too many of them. Banana Blitz? Banana Mania. Oh my god. Banana Blast. That was remastered. I can't... There's too many Monkey Ball games, man. The Switch really is dying. Dude, I know. There's like no games now. All you have to look forward to are remakes and a Princess Peach game. Dude, so Mal, her Switch died, so she got another one, and she bought the Peach game. And I was like... I don't know why she did that. I couldn't believe it. She was like, she was downloading games on from her account onto her new Switch. I was like, oh, did you get anything? She's like, yeah, I just got this cool Princess Peach game. And I went, no! That game's for babies! Girls, am I right? Well, she jumped to it right away. For any of you guys that don't know, my wife is an Omega, like, casual gamer. She plays Animal Crossing and Dreamlight Valley. But she did play through all the Bug Snacks, which is awesome. I tried to get her to play Psychonauts, and she was like, I don't think this is for me. And I was like, okay. I felt like such a dork. I bought it for her. It was $10 on the eShop. How far is she in Monopoly Go? Far. Coney, guess what? What is this? We are confirming there will be a sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's. No way, man. Wow, shocking. Oh my god. The Princess Peach game is fine. No, it's not. Actually, I heard it gets better. Why is this in all caps? Because it's such a big deal. Cool, man. The movie sold well. The movie was crazy, man. It's extremely big. Obviously, they're going to make another one. Stupid. Do I watch the Joker trailer? Do I care? I don't really care about Joker. Will they pay me for it? Is that on the bounty board? No, it's not. Don't bother. I don't care about Joker. I actually liked the first Joker movie. I thought it was good. So why am I clicking on every link in chat? How did this guy get the black materia? What the hell is my Wendy's cook doing? Oh my god. Oh, dude, you can't... The Wendy's cook got powers now? It has no notes. There's no community note saying it's fake. That's true. That shit might be real. I'm going to be nice at every Wendy's I go to. Usually when I go to Wendy's, I throw the drink back in. You know what I mean? Splashes all over the floor. Makes the employees miserable. Not at this one. This guy's going to fuck me up. No, we have too many cats. Can you get any other animals? Can you guys get any other animals, man? Seriously. You spoiling Persona 4 on my timeline? My bad. I did. That's good. I didn't mean to spoil on everybody's timeline. I'm sorry. I just wanted to attack that guy. Maybe I should have DM'd him. Whenever I see the freedom emote, I can hear it. The ah! Rita coming out of cave. Rita, Power Rangers. Is it even cave? Power Rangers intro? It's the intro, right? I fucking love that. I love that. Ah!
10,000 years, I'm free.
This show hit, bro. I loved this fucking show. It was really good. Spoil it, Coney. We give you consent. I'm not going to spoil Persona 4. It's not hard to spoil. The game came out a very long time ago. I don't try to spoil anything unless it's really funny. This is not a good emote. I can't even tell what he's doing in the small one. It's just a dance. What if we donated to have you spoil? Well, I mean, you know, anything is negotiable. What's a Pedro? Okay. All right. It's not a cat. They put the culprit as a playable fighter in P4U. Yeah, but so what? That doesn't mean that everybody, like, if you That doesn't mean just because it's spoiled in other media that I could spoil this media. You know what I'm saying? I'm genuinely not trying to hurt anybody. Unless it's really funny. If there's something really funny to it. Yes?
Hi, Coney and
Hi.
chat. Roses are blue. Violets are red. Oh no, I messed up the punchline. Better shoot this message dead.
Thanks, Bart. Bart didn't close the door, did he? Yeah, that wasn't good, Bart. Who did he shoot? Yeah, who gave Bart a gun? Alright, we don't have to watch the Persona one. Hold on. Hold on. Time for a world premiere. World premiere. I thought there was a new trailer. Oh, this is a story trailer for that Star Wars
Each of
game?
you represents some of the most powerful
Is it not like gameplay?
Okay, then. You crossed their boss.
I don't care about the story.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
For about as long as I can
Is
remember,
there really not gameplay?
this
just
job
cutscenes.
is my
Alright.
one shot at freedom.
They already released the gameplay
But if
trailer?
we're gonna-
Did they? Did I miss that?
Pull this off,
It looks
we
good.
need the right crew
Does it?
and the right ship.
I don't care about the story because I don't care about Star Wars, but like what's this looks halfway decent. See, the thing is here, it's Ubisoft. So like, you know,
Hang on.
good guy bounty hunters.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
Is that Deborah
I hire
fucking
you
Wilson?
because you are one of the best hunters in the.
No, it's not. I thought it was Deborah Wilson again. I was gonna say she's already in Star Wars. She's in the other series, but it's not her.
She's more connected than you let on, Sleer.
Okay, that's not her.
Bess is mixed up in something.
Deborah Wilson and everything. She's always herself too. It's crazy. Because like Phil Lamar is in
Outer
everything
Rim
too.
is a
but he's not
dangerous place.
himself in it. You know?
Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy.
Is
But
he
all I
desperately trying to keep
want
her
is to live free. So I'm
Star
gonna
Wars
risk
is
it
still
all.
gotta be.
Hold on, Nick!
It's still huge, right? Not as huge as
Star
Is it loud? Sorry. I didn't know it was that loud. They choked the golden goose. Star Wars is still probably huge. I just, you know, I've never been into it, and I don't know if future generations will be. Because now Dad is going to show them the first prequel, and they're going to be like, oh my god, this is great, and then they realize there's nothing else to watch for like 30 years. Not after the Battlefront release. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. There's the Battlefront release. There's this. People say Andor is good, but I don't know if anybody watched that, so. I don't know. Andor is great. It was mid. Andor is amazing. Star Wars has the highest cap of any current property, and they've been bombing the run for like 5 years. I saw a tweet, and I don't know if this is real. They said that there was a real lore Sorry, I just went on my other thing. I didn't spoil the game for that person, but I was this close. I almost did. That was close. Okay. Sorry, it showed up on the other one. Damn. Tough. Close. I saw a tweet, and I don't know if it's real, saying that one of the Star Wars, like, plot developments or something happened in Fortnite. Like, with the new sequel trilogy, like, the inciting incident was in Fortnite. Is that real? That's real. That happened? That's why Palpatine came back or whatever? Because of Fortnite. The Emperor was shown to be alive exclusively in Fortnite. They brought back Palpatine in Fortnite. Yeah, but okay. They brought him back in Fortnite, and then he jumped into the movies like he went turbo? Like in Wreck-It Ralph? Like he went in from the game to the movie? Or was it like he was going to come back in Star Wars, so they brought him back in Fortnite first? Nothing like that, just had a dumb teaser trailer.
At last, the work of generations is complete. The great era is correct.
This in the Fortnite font is killing me. Battlefront Pope.
The day of victory is at hand. The day of revenge.
God, dude, they revealed he was alive in this Fortnite event. Okay, so nobody thought he was still alive until this Fortnite. This was the first time he came back. They announced his return in Fortnite. That is unbelievable. Okay, yeah. So the big bad guy came back. Wait, is this the same game? Are they showing off Battlefront in Fortnite? No, okay. He literally blew up while on the Death Star, which then also blew up. He was deader than dead. This was how his return was announced. Okay. He's a clone? I don't get Star Wars, man. I never will. I don't understand it. It's a dumb series. I've never been into it. I watched the first two, and like the first two, as in like, episodes 1 and 2, and I got so bored. You fuck with Dune? No. I think I would. I think Dune seems good, but it's Dune seems good, but it's too dense for me. I'm not trying to get into something like that right now. I know the book is good, but it's really long. You play every Star Wars game. You are a closet Star Wars fan. No. I only played the fucking Fallen Order or whatever, the one with Cal, because that's a Souls game, and Battlefront because I wanted to play that as a kid. My ex made me watch episode 4 and 7 while we were dating. Those are pretty good episodes, right? Aren't those the good ones? Where the hell's the Quantic Dream Star Wars game? Didn't they cancel that? I thought they canceled that. I never liked Star Wars, but I did like Lego Star Wars. I hear that a lot. I mean, people like the Lego games, whatever they are, because they're all the same or whatever. 7 is just 4. 7 and 4 are the same movie. Well, 7's the first one with Rey, right? It's like the first one in the new trilogy or whatever. I was never into the Lego games, but I think it was right when I was getting too old for it. Hold on, when did the first Lego Star Wars... Was Lego Star Wars the first one? The original came out 2005. Yeah, I was too old for that shit, man. Was that this? 2005? I was 17. 16. Yeah, I was too old for that. I'm not playing these baby games. I actually think when I was 16, I was playing, wait, Lego Star Wars? Oh, that was, okay. You know what I think I was playing? Hold on. Pretty sure I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. This game went fucking crazy. Playing this game on the PS2 with my friends. Oh, good lord. This is a grown-up game, by the way. I'm not playing Lego Star Wars. I'm playing this shit. This game went crazy. Is this before or after Iron Man 1? I think this is back when comic books were still nerd shit. Like, this is before it was socially acceptable. It was before? Yeah, it wasn't cool to enjoy this stuff at this time. Other than Spider-Man, which is why he's on the fucking cover. He was the only one you were allowed to like. Yeah. The nerd part made it so much cooler somehow. Well, yeah, because you didn't know, like... I found out what all these characters were and did because of this game. Like, I didn't know what Iron Man was. I thought he was a robot. I was like, oh, he's like a billionaire alcoholic with a cool suit. It was a good game. Did you play Ultimate Alliance 3? No, was that the Wii one? I heard it was bad. Dude, the Wii had a bunch of really shitty versions of good games. Like, There was an SSX game for the Wii, and I think it was this one. No, it was Blur. So I love SSX. This game was like you have to like cast spells with the Wii remote. You have to like do like up down. You have to like jet set radio it. It's really bad. Look at how basic this is, man. Jesus. Love the art though. Good box art. That's a stream idea. What, Blur? $6 on eBay apparently. Off topic, but I've been a sub for God knows how long, and I still don't know how to get to the secret stream. I post it in the Discord. You got to go in the Discord. Also, it gets recommended pretty regularly when I'm live. If you watch a lot of this channel, Twitch will spoil it. Though, like if I'm ever streaming on it, people will be like, "Hey, a lot of Coney viewers like this guy." I'm not on it that much though. It's not hard to find. I just try to keep it a secret in order to try to, you know, get some level of subs for it. By the way, I haven't said it one time tonight. Y'all got subs? Anybody got a Prime? Subscribe with Twitch Prime right now, please. I took 2 Sundays off, and now I got to beg because I'm under 2,800. How will I eat? How will I put gas in my motor vehicle, man? I got kids. Come on. You know, I wasn't going to do it until you said it.
And that's facts.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Carney. Thank you, Kromsa. Thank you, Duaska Jones. I don't know how to say that. All right, there's a movie I've been wanting to watch literally for weeks. There is a movie I have wanted to watch for several weeks, but we have not had a good YouTube night. We have not been doing much YouTubing. All right? There is a movie that keeps popping up on my recommended. And it's been in my algorithm so much. And I was so curious. It's called The Worst Lore in Modern Gaming. It has almost 1 million views in 3 weeks from a channel with less than 20K subs. This went crazy. And I didn't know what this was. I thought this was Call of Duty. Apparently it's not. I have to see it. What is the worst lore in modern gaming? If it's not Call of Duty, who could it be? I have to know. Yahoo! Let's find out together.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a Switch game, Connie, not a Y game.
Oh, really? Oh. I should start saying more wrong things so I can get corrected. We were just talking about Star Wars. I thought this was a Star Wars video. Because the space and and then I looked. I was like, oh, that's Kendrick and Drake and never mind. Oh, okay. I was Star Wars brained. My bad. Actually, hold on. Before we get started, let me get some water. Okay, 1 second. Let's find out the worst lore in modern gaming in just a second. I'll be right back. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm back. Okay, what is the worst lore in modern gaming? Let's find out together, shall we?
Go together hand in hand. There's something about having a good story or history tied to what you're playing that can make it infinitely more interesting. Good lore can elevate a game to a legendary status.
For said good lore and showed Five Nights at Freddy's.
Whether it's given
Actually,
through
not
detailed
bad,
evidence that gets the player more immersed in the game's world, or through cryptic clues that add fuel to their imagination, if you already enjoy
Actually,
a
not
game
bad.
and find out it has good lore behind it, chances are you'll enjoy it even more. But bad lore can make you not want to play a game at all, with Hello Neighbor being the best example. A game that's
The best example?
lore and story was terribly written and conveyed, forever staining the reputation of a once fairly anticipated game.
Is this the most embarrassing thing a company has ever done? It's gotta be up there. It's gotta be like top 3, right? I think any company that tweets the eyes emoji is unfathomably embarrassing. I hate this emoji so much. It is such a please pay attention to me thing. I believe Coney is going to enjoy this movie. I hate the eyes emoji so much, dude. The eyes emoji has become, to me, like what's basic. Like, it is a please look at me. I've seen so many people in like the commentator space.
Shut up, white boy! When's Yumo Miles?
Is that this? I think that's the channel I'm watching, right? Isn't that what I'm? Oh, you mean the last one? We'll watch that later. Okay, in commentary, I can tell you so many casters do this shit
forever.
When an event is coming up and they're like, oh, new event, you need people out there, eyes emoji. It's just desperate. I hate this shit.
Staining the reputation of a once fairly anticipated game. The gameplay was bad too,
I'm
though.
a hater.
Lore is not necessary for a game to be good. There have been dozens of titles with no lore that have been amazing. And no
There is lore in Mario. Did you guys know that all the toads got turned into bricks, and when Mario hits a brick and breaks it open, he's killing a toad?
one's going to hate a game for not including it.
That's
However,
facts.
if a game does choose to include lore in its experience, it must be done right. Otherwise, you're better off not including it at all. Like a supplement, lore can serve to elevate its game. But if it's not thought out
game
well,
is
it
that?
can quickly pull the title
Is this
down
Dishonored?
and affect people's perception of it. With shooters, lore is thought
Wait,
out
what the fuck is this? What game is this?
including it at all. Like a supplement,
Dead by Daylight? Oh,
lore can
skip
serve
this.
emotes. Just because your game
That's
is
not
mostly
Yu-Gi-Oh.
online doesn't mean it has to have a bad story.
I was kind of intrigued for a second. I was like, ooh, a horror game. I thought it was like Dishonored or something. That is Dead by Daylight, isn't it? No, fuck that.
Game modes.
Stupid.
Just because your game is mostly online.
If a dev ever tweeted, I bet Coney will enjoy playing this game, first off, I would DM them to see if they want to do a sponsored stream. And if not, I would make fun of them.
Doesn't mean it has to have a bad
If
story.
the answer was, if they want to, if they want to pay me for a sponsor bit, we figure something out. You know what I'm saying? If not, I get to make fun of them.
The best
That'd be fun.
examples of online shooters that have good lore include Halo,
Blackmail.
Call of Duty, TF2, and I think Destiny.
TF2 does not have. Wait, what?
Lore include Halo, Call of Duty, TF2, and I think Destiny.
TF2 lore? There's not real lore, right? TF2 got comics and shit. Yeah, but it's not. What is good lore? Like, I know that TF2 is supposed to. There's a lot of lore at TF2. I know that TF2 lore is like they're clones and they fight the clones, and the point is that it's some like arms dealer profiting off of war or something. Isn't that what it is? Is something like that? Am I spoiling something? Scout's dad got revealed. That became a big thing. Two brothers fighting each other. Coney, that's a fan animation. Oh. Whatever. I refuse to believe that TF2 matters. I don't care about TF2.
Before they deleted the campaign,
I don't care about
know.
that.
I don't think
It
I'm
doesn't
qualified
have
to
real
speak
lore.
on that
It's
game.
stupid.
But what I am qualified to speak on is Rainbow Six Siege and the complete nosedive its story took many years ago.
I didn't
Some
even know
games
it had
have
a
lore
story.
that's so good they are renowned for it. Rainbow Six Siege is not one of those games.
Okay.
If you were to ask the average Siege player what was happening in the game's story right now, they'd probably say that zombies are besieging Ba Sing Se or something. Most players are too distracted
Zombies?
with the amazing gameplay to care about the game's current story. And I don't blame them.
I played Rainbow Six Siege once, and I got killed by a guy I never saw. I love telling this story. I was in a room, and I was looking for bad guys, and then I saw like I was in a room looking for bad guys, and then I saw a hole in a wall, and then a little nose, the muzzle of a gun poked out, and then it shot out a grenade, and then went back in, and then I died. I think that's what happened. Like a Tom and Jerry thing. A guy, like, very gently put in a grenade and then put it back in. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Maybe I did it. Maybe it was Tom and Jerry, and that was me. But I didn't want to play it anymore. It was very stupid.
I love this game. I play it more than I use my phone. What is my rank? Let's just say it rhymes with Whopper T. Most players are too distracted.
3. Whopper. I'm not looking at chat. Whopper. Gold. Dime. Is there like a special master? Copper. Oh, copper. Oh, that's bad. I didn't even know copper was a rank in video games. Oh. I know about bronze. I didn't know there was copper. Coney, you play League. Yeah, there's iron. I know about iron and bronze. I don't know about copper. This guy sucks. I'm not listening to him about anything. Wouldn't it be so funny if there was lore that only unlocked if you got high rank? Like, the higher rank you had, the more you had, and you can't, like, screen share, can't screen record. And everybody in higher ranks was like, no, I can't tell you. You just have to get better. There was, like, a real secret vow. That'd be fun.
With Siege's gameplay to care about its story.
That's just like real life. It's like military clearance. Gotta sign an NDA, dude. That would be so cool. I think that happens at the end of Getting Over It, right? Where the game is just like, hey, you promise not to tell anybody this, right? And people are like, I promise. XDD, and then they tell people.
But if they were to take a peek into the lore that the Rainbow writers have created, they would find out that they have been missing out on some of the most dumb and convoluted writing I have ever seen. This stuff is worse than my aim. To understand the start of Rainbow Six Siege's lore, it's helpful to know about the overall franchise's history. The first Rainbow Six title came out in 1998, based on the novel written by Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy was an author known for his technically detailed and suspenseful military books.
Born in Baltimore, by the way. He's from Baltimore. Yeah.
And the first Rainbow game was made to coincide release with its book, with Rainbow's novel and the game being released during the same month.
Man. Thanks.
So from the start, serious and tactical theme.
Oh my god, my dad loved this fucking game. My dad is like a tactical, like he's a military guy. He's a LARPer, I guess is the best way to put it. He's like this. He would play paintball games like this, like paintball video games like this.
Were written into this franchise's DNA, and for a while the game stayed that way, with each sequel that came out maintaining the gritty atmosphere the original had established. Themes of secrecy, high stakes, and advanced tactics were stapled to the games. And when Rainbow Six Siege was announced, it seemed bent on maintaining that identity, with its trailer impressing fans with what looked like to be another modern and realistic take on the FPS genre. And for a while, that was what we got. However, it didn't stay that way.
And then people start doing the cartoon shit where they put the grenade into the wall, and then I died for nothing. Okay.
First loaded up Rainbow onto my Xbox, I was already hyped. I had heard about the
Then they started doing the cartoon deaths, and they went way overboard.
More subtle and practical.
Jumped the shark. Yeah.
The energy of the game, both online and off, was said to be nerve-wracking, and the opening cinematic confirmed my assumptions with a grave message. Aurelia Arnott, a United States official, was addressing the game's threat.
That's Angela Bassett. They got real actors in this shit? Is that really Angela Bassett? Damn, good for her.
A group by the name of the White Masks had started to release dangerous gas in public places. According to Aurelia, this group could show up anywhere in the world and were indiscriminate about who they targeted. And Rainbow, an international counter-scarerist group, would now be reactivated to stop them. This was the story that Rainbow debuted with on launch. The White Masks were Siege's first antagonist. They were a very realistic and terrifying threat, and the mysterious lore surrounding them fit the franchise's brand perfectly. A faceless group that was using modern tactics to cause as much fear and destruction as possible. With Aurelia stating that the group was both physically and psychologically dangerous.
So they just show up and put mustard gas all over. Yeah.
Have any flair or standout characteristics, besides being serious about effectively carrying out their missions. And this was an amazing choice because it worked perfectly with the gameplay. You see, when Siege first launched, it debuted with several PvE missions called situations. While these were removed presumably to cut server costs, they were once a big deal for a lot of players, mostly due to how much of a thrill it was to play against the lore-accurate white masks.
That's
On the player
neat, I
side,
guess.
Siege's gameplay was already much more measured than other shooters. You had to plan where you would deploy and were encouraged to move at a calculated pace. Combine this with any sort of enemy and you would have a game feel that is already intense. But the amazing part was that the mysterious and intimidating lore surrounding Rainbow's enemies was reflected in their behavior. The white masks acted just as ruthless as they had been hyped up to be, using all sorts of heartless tactics to stop you. They would throw stun grenades, gather up in groups to more effectively hunt you down, charge you with human creepers, or just stay stationary waiting for you to turn around the corner.
Wait, so they're just... The AI was smart? I don't understand. Like, it's just smart AI made the lore better?
You could hear them communicating and breathing heavily the moment before they snuck up on you. And of course, their most evil tactic would be to use human bait as well as their other signature threats. This was a great experience because the lore and gameplay were intertwined perfectly, just as they always should be. It was extremely scary to face the white masks, and oftentimes the only way to outsmart them was through communicating with your teammates and using clever tactics.
I think I just don't understand because I didn't play Siege. So it's like, this is... I don't get it. Because I haven't played this, but...
On the multiplayer side, you could...
Like, are they not just normal enemy? But I guess it's just... What he's talking about is tension. It's about the tension because the AI was smart enough to deploy different tactics, I guess.
Assume that every game you went into was practice against them.
Sure.
That was the basic lore, keeping everything tied together.
Copper 3. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they're bad at the game. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
And
he doesn't get it.
And you could argue that being immersed in such a high-stakes scenario caused players to be more enthusiastic about engaging with the game the way it was intended. What I mean by that is more strategic and communicative gameplay, and less running into the site like they're the main character. We see a lot of that today in Copper, where I may or may not live. Because the game respected itself, the community was at least encouraged to respect it too. But as the story started to conclude, the white masks eventually got tired of being dunked on by Rainbow and planned one final attack. Titled Article 5, it was the last scenario of the PvE category, and the developers had made quite an impressive finale. The entire map was contaminated with gas, and as a player, your HUD represented a hazmat suit. It was a truly unique scenario. This would be the last hurrah for Rainbow's initial PvE experience, both gameplay and lore-wise.
Wait, this game has PvE? Apparently it used to. I think they're saying it used to, but it doesn't now.
Would quickly take a much different direction. But not knowing this, many players were excited to see what kind of scenarios like this would come next. Unfortunately, we'd never get something like this campaign again. It's difficult to explain what exactly happened to the lore's direction after this. At first, the game's writers seemed to be taking a well-earned break, with the lore put on pause as developers focused on adding more operators. Several major updates were added.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on. my bad. Sorry. I heard my kid screaming a lot, and I had to make sure Mal had it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Hold on. No, hold on. That kid was yelling. Everything's okay. We're good. Okay. Get back into the... Okay, so AI versus bots was bad. Okay, got it. Yes. Okay.
To the game,
Got
building
it.
on its map and gameplay pool, specifically 8 of which were added before the game's lore was expanded outside of just giving more seemed to be taking a well-earned break, with the lore put on pause as developers focused on adding more operators.
Why was
Several
she
major
yelling? She fell off something, and she hurt her foot and her knee. And she's kind of being a crybaby lately. Yeah, I think she's now at that stage where she realizes if she gets hurt, she gets a lot of attention. She used to be pretty brave, but now she's in a different phase right now. So, yeah. She kept saying she broke her foot. I'm like, you didn't break your foot. She said, it's broken. I'm like, it's not, it's not broken. She is insisting that the foot is broken. It's clearly not. She's moving it in my face. But yeah, she insisted it is.
Updates were added to the game, building on its
Take
map
her to
and
an
game-
urgent care now. Oh, is this a parent in chat? Do you guys know what you're talking about? Are you guys parents? Do you understand? Take her to a hospital. Oh, I gotta take this really seriously.
Play pool, specifically 8 of
4-year-old
which were
lying
added
to me.
before the game's lore was expanded outside of just introducing new characters. The 9th major update, Operation Chimera, would be the first
Fake
to
fix
change
it.
things
I did. I kissed it better, and I put on a fake Band-Aid.
Bringing with
There's nothing else I could do. I'm a doctor. Am I not a miracle worker?
the fan favorite Outbreak event that brought new PvE gameplay. This provided additional lore to the game, albeit
I'll have to
against
cut
a
it
much
off,
less
sweetie.
realistic threat. First of all, none of Outbreak is considered canon to the main game. It actually takes place in an alternate timeline, and none of it builds on the real world's lore.
All right, never mind. I'm with this guy now. So they went from like gas-releasing terrorists into into zombies. All right, yeah, I
Second,
see
going
it.
from
Okay,
a serious
got it.
Batman Riddler type threat to mutated alien zombies is quite the jump. Nothing like this had ever
All right,
been
now
done
it's Left
in the
4 Dead.
Rainbow
Okay,
franchise's
sure.
games
Okay.
or novels, and it was quite the experimental decision.
Uh-huh.
But despite it being less traditional, I can say that this was a solid addition to Siege.
Was
both
this like a
gameplay and
side
lore
thing?
wise.
Was this like a side, like zombies? They were trying to be zombies.
The story was
That's
handled
what it
quite
was.
well,
Okay.
as it brought back Aurelia into the story, with Ash having to call her up to once again authorize Rainbow, as they
It's
were
just
not allowed
arcade
to
mode,
enter
okay.
the scene without clearance, keeping things surprisingly in line with the game's inspiration. As Tom Clancy once described it, the core idea of his books were operators who were highly skilled, disciplined,
Why do you say it like that?
honest, thoroughly
Operators.
professional, and only lost their cool when incompetent politicians or bureaucrats got in their way. And Ash having to get permission
Loose cannons
from the
who
government
don't play
to
by the
approach a new
rules.
threat very much maintains Clancy
Okay.
and the Rainbow franchise's original vision. From a gameplay perspective, it was also popular enough to get a spin-off game developed, releasing much later in the future. However, no matter how you feel about the Outbreak event, it was only a limited time event and wasn't meant to stay around for long anyways.
Okay.
However, once it was over, things dramatically and horribly changed for the worst. Because from here on out, the lore is about to go from consistent to having a complete identity crisis. It is
Okay.
said that around 2020, the White Masks were defeated once and for all. Although a few of them were
Yay,
said to
White
still be
Masks are
scattered across
dead.
the world, their organization in the lore was considered dissolved. And with their story over, this is where the lore would go into a renaissance. A bad renaissance.
Oh.
It was said that having neutralized the White Masks, Aurelia moved on to be promoted
I think
to
there is there. What's the word for bad renaissance? There has to be a tailspin, maybe. There's got to be a better word than that. A depression, dark age.
It was said that having neutralized the White Masks, Aurelia moved on to be promoted to Secretary of State. And with this came a huge
I
transfer
don't know who
of
Aurelia
leadership
is.
as she handed over Rainbow to her colleague Harry. Now, if there's any way I can describe Harry, it's that he represented the new direction of Siege. And by that I mean, he was responsible for everything that went horribly wrong.
Okay.
The first thing he did was completely turn the program on its head by creating a concept for a massive sports arena, a location where the program would now mostly take place. Inside of this arena, the operators were now treated like celebrities, as the arena had been filled with thousands of fans? This was not just an arena for training, but was apparently also meant to entertain the masses, which is an interesting combination for such a confidential society to have.
Wait, so... Okay, so they had like an elite team of military soldiers combating terrorism, and then they turned it into a sport. Like, now they're gladiators. That's the idea? But it's in VR? It's not... This is the most transparent esports bid on the planet. Right? Like, is this not like, hey, it's just like what we do in real life, guys? You guys are fans of them just like they're That's very strange.
The operators were tasked with living in and fighting against each other in the arena, where they used BB guns and sim suits to play for points on a scoreboard, with a commentator included to hype up the fans.
Okay.
This is match point. Only one defender remaining. 3 attackers remaining.
When did this happen? Was this like 2016, 17? Was this like around that? This feels very like that era of esports. 2019? They were that late?
They were also interviewed.
I feel like that this esports bullshit was like 2015, 16. Like before people knew what esports actually was.
And had talking
That's
heads like
crazy.
The Office, and the shift in tone had taken a complete 180.
Gustave Kateb, GIGN, National Gendarmerie Intervention Group.
G'day.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Mike Baker, Special Air Service.
Seamus Calden, Sanitation.
Now we're very funny. Now we're silly.
So why
Funny.
would
Okay.
Rainbow, a covert
Yeah,
organization that uses cutting-edge technology and secret national techniques, do this?
Oh, that's
why would they go from
weird.
focusing on a realistic threat to playing Airsoft Olympics?
Because it clearly worked, though. I mean, to be honest, we can make fun of this, but like Rainbow Six is huge now. Like even among normies, I mean, how many people did this draw in? Would it still be big if they kept the serious tone? I feel like they didn't.
There is not a good explanation.
Right?
It was bad writing done to cash in on esports.
It's not because of
Here
lore?
is the reasoning for the dramatic shift according to the
Okay.
Harry
I don't know enough about it to say. I'm just saying, like, I feel like if the game was still very serious and tactical and real, I don't know if people would be interested. That said, I didn't know this. So if I don't know this, does the average consumer know this before looking at the game? Probably not.
Moved Rainbow to this stadium. One, so that Rainbow could train for a wider range of real-world scenarios, you know, by making them
It's
train
big because it's the COD alternative. Is it? I mean, I guess. Siege is way more like if we are on a spectrum and like COD is on one side and Counter-Strike is on the other, Valorant is like here, but I think Siege, if I'm not mistaken, is like in the center, right? Battlefield used to be the COD alternative, yeah. More serious than COD, but less serious than Counter-Strike. Yes. You're thinking of tactical shooters versus arcade shooters. Yeah, exactly. This is more tactical, right? That's always been the idea. That's why I died without somebody ever seeing me, because he understood that you could put a hole in this map, and you could shoot through wood, and you could put a grenade in the room, and then it'll blow up, but it doesn't blow up the wall.
In a paintball stadium. And two, unite them as a team by also having them live together in it, and basically always work together.
Overwatch is on the wash spectrum. Overwatch is on a different spectrum entirely. I fucking hate that game. That's on the spectrum where you shoot somebody 800 times and then they don't die because they saved their jump move to go behind a wall.
They're in teams. This
So
story
stupid.
direction doesn't work, and his plan fails horribly on both of these goals, and he dies. But that's not really Harry's fault as much as it basically always work together in teams. This story direction doesn't work, and his plan fails horribly on both of these goals, and he dies.
Wait, this is so meta. Okay, so they did the esports thing with VR and like stadiums, and then they killed the guy for doing it? Okay.
But that's not really Harry's fault as much as it is the writers.
Harry died 1 month ago. What?
characters. Think of Harry as like a scapegoat for the direction that Ubisoft wanted to move Rainbow towards. He's basically like a self-insert for the writers trying to put themselves inside the story so they can directly change what Siege is about.
Okay.
So what are the real developers' reasons for doing this? According to narrative director Alex Lima, the decision to phase out Siege's counter-scarist narrative was so that they could pursue a more comprehensive and scalable story. Apparently, making the game's lore revolve around Call of Duty Olympics achieves this.
Well, it does, because you can get very silly with the moves. Like, you can have a showman, if you guys know Apex Legends, like, it's a little bit more showy and silly and goofy, so it's like you can have a character like Mirage. In Rainbow Six, you can't have a character that's like a showman, jackass, like, stylish guy, because he would get shot in the head instantly. There's a social media firefighter operator. That's kind of what I mean. You can kind of get a little wackier with the characters if you have, like, an esports... Yeah, like a Johnny Cage. You can't do that in a real Rainbow Six tactical experience, I think. They have 2B skins in Rainbow. Wait, like Nier? I guess you can't... It's hard to make characters that people can attach themselves to if they are so stuck on the realism angle. But then again, people love Soap. I don't know if Soap is realistic. Or that ghost guy with the mask. Is that guy Ghost? Is that his name? I don't know.
When it comes to making the story more comprehensive, I don't know about you, but soldiers fighting against real-world threats is a lot easier to grasp than soldiers competing in stadiums for points with live spectators.
Yeah, but then it can't be as silly. You have to be a lot more grounded. I kind of get why they would do that. It's a shitty idea, but you can do more with character design. It is more scalable. That makes sense.
The whole thing feels impractical, and like the writers don't know which world this story takes place in. Why are there people watching this? Aren't all these operations using highly confidential technology? Don't they have identities to protect?
Gamer
Isn't
chairs?
this operations using highly confidential
They got
technology?
the secret labs in the corners, the shitty ones.
Don't they have identities
That's
to
awesome.
protect?
I
Isn't
like
this
that.
a bit of a risk? All right, everybody. I'm glad all of our best agents and 50,000 people could be here. This is going to be a fun one. I packed some extra orange slices. Okay. The lore might be a little bit out there, but at least it accomplished
little?
its goal of being scalable. Rainbow is
Sure.
clearly just laying down the foundation for a story that will be built on for the rest of the game's lifespan.
Right.
They wouldn't just go out with such a dramatic system if it wasn't scalable like they wanted it to be.
Right.
As it turns out, it was not scalable
Oh.
because just recently the writers killed off its mascot.
Uh-huh.
So no more Wipeout, everybody. Sorry. How did this happen? How did we lose the
Okay.
Steve Jobs of gaming? Well, I'm happy
Uh-huh.
to say it's a hilariously convoluted series of events. I'm talking Marvel's Civil War levels of buildup. Because the
Okay.
guy who did this is exactly like Baron Zemo. After starting
don't
their
know
new
who that is.
program, Harry decided to hire Nighthaven, a similar organization to Rainbow,
Okay.
except for the fact that it uses more ruthless and risky tactics.
Okay.
Nighthaven and Rainbow actually have a lot of inherent conflicting worldviews.
Okay.
They do not like each other, and they do not do things the same.
What does
It's basically
Nighthaven
a
do?
ripoff of Talon from Overwatch. During
I
their
don't know
first
who
tournament,
Talon is.
because Rainbow
I
does
should play more video games.
annual tournaments now, Ash, the leader of Rainbow, and Callie, the leader of Nighthaven,
Uh-huh.
get put on the same team by Harry.
Right.
Because he knows that they don't like each other, so this should help. What a great idea, Harry. I hope
Talon is like anti-Overwatch. What does Overwatch do? Is Overwatch the Justice League? I think they just do good things, right? They save people, yes. But do they do they take down like rebel governments or something? Are they like involved in international politics, or are they like that guy just mugged that woman, go stop the guy? Is it like small scale? Okay, then why does that Talon woman hate Overwatch? Is she a bad guy? They're Power Rangers. Okay.
this doesn't cause a butterfly effect that ironically leads to your own end. During a particularly critical round, Callie decides to use Ash and Dokkaebi as bait to secure the W. She
Okay.
also skids a shot through Ash's face, which is kind of concerning because why isn't Ash wearing a helmet if the supposed BB bullets can do this? What if someone accidentally hits a headshot on her? That seems like an incredible health and safety risk. After that kerfuffle, Ash is upset because of what Callie did, and she's brooding about it in the bathroom when she hears Callie lecturing the other operators about how in this line of work, you can't be worried about safety. And sometimes, you gotta bend the rules to secure the win. And Ash gets so mad that she storms into the other room and starts telling Callie off.
I didn't know there was drama between, like, characters in this. Okay.
She tells her that she doesn't know how they do it in Nighthaven, but here at Rainbow, you can't use people as bait. Callie tells her that it's just a game, which it is, and Ash punches her. The room then proceeded to break out into chaos as the operators split up into two sides of the room, literally picking sides.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, okay, alright. That's a little on the nose, right? It's a little on the nose, I think. Maybe a little bit too close to other media properties. What is wrong with Ubisoft, man? That's crazy. These two are on the same side in game. Are they? I thought one was Nighthaven, one is Siege or whatever. What team are you picking here? The girl that's like, it's just a game. Like, what? Yeah, you can use bodies to sacrifice other bodies. What the fuck? Just because you got shot in the cheek because you didn't wear a helmet, that's your fault. It's literally a game.
And by the next cinematic, Nighthaven decides to leave Rainbow, an incredibly short run.
Okay.
It's almost like they were only here so the Rainbow writers could use them to cook up conflict.
I'm a Nighthaven. Yeah, that's me.
So as you can see, the game's writers are really going heavy on the internal beef angle. They're basically just stirring up drama out of nowhere. Even Ella and Zofia, who for a long time coexisted as sisters, started to get more hostile towards each other, with the arena being fuel for their rivalry. They basically get retconned into always having hated each other, and Ella leaves Zofia behind to join Nighthaven along with a bunch of other operators. Then Callie lectures Ella about how she made the right choice.
I feel like I need to know these characters for this to make sense to me.
Great job, Harry. This arena has really done its job of bringing everybody together. You have really done some good team building.
Is this just military WWE? I think so. When I played Rainbow Six, because I wanted to see it, I was curious. Like, all the characters have, like, these cool names. Thorn. Thorn has weapons that only Thorn uses, with a unique ultimate and playstyle. What about Maverick? There are so many things to this game, dude. I don't know how you get started. Look at all of them. Are the bottom ones the oldest? They are, right? You can kind of see how it got more goofy. Because, like, look at this. Everybody has helmets, and they're all very, like, grounded and realistic, except for Pulse, who's cool because he only wears sunglasses, right? But as you go up, the colors get lighter, the characters get a little bit more silly and defined. This guy is actually just a comms person. He's got a suit on and a fancy watch. This guy has no armor at all. What the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Like, shit gets very silly very quickly. This guy has no headgear in any sort. This woman is wearing a Mortal Kombat mask. It's very different. It's jarring when you, like, start from the bottom and then go up. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of surprising to me, because this is what I thought Rainbow Six was. Is like, but again, this isn't scalable. Because then you're just going to have a game with 50, dudes in black armor with various levels of padding. Like, you don't see any mouth up until year 2. And then it slowly starts, okay, well, everybody's got a mouth now. Okay, yeah. No personality. Yeah. You can't really do it. So I do understand the idea of doing the esports angle or whatever, because you can make it a little bit more fun. This is the game. Okay, the card guy. You got to have a card guy, right? 2 card guys? That guy's cards too. What do you mean? I feel like they probably got stuck because they didn't know what they wanted to do. They wanted just like a serious Rainbow Six thing. Does this guy ride a motorbike? He does. Because he has the fucking thing. Max Goose. Okay, so he's like a motocross guy. He's Australian. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like you have to go this angle. They probably didn't expect Siege to be that popular. That's all I can assume. And then it started blowing up, and they're like, oh, we need to keep going. If they put out another one, I might be into it. I don't know how you get into this game now. It's way too deep. Way too fucking big. And I said that before, and somebody said, bro plays League. Yes. Yes. League is the same. I don't know how you get into League of Legends. It's worse to get into than League? I don't know. Into League fresh is probably easier now. I think League might be easier because tactical shooters, there's so much downtime. Like in Siege, if a guy kills you and you never see them, you don't really learn anything. You might from the kill cam, but you're like, what happened to me? Oh, that's that one character that I'll see in 30 games later. But in League, it's like you get to keep getting shit on by the character you don't know over and over and over until you figure it out. Like, League is like, oh, what does that character do? Oh, they just shit down my throat. Okay. Don't fight the scissors lady. She is immune. She is immune. She is immune. All right, my bad.
A true peacemaker.
That's
this
different.
Sort of civil war narrative has actually been done in quite a few other games.
You get to always observe.
Overwatch has always had a lot of this in its lore with the heroes not getting along. Apex Legends had some beef, and I think Valorant too, maybe. You can tell that they also moved the operators into the stadium so that they could have a...
Oh, this little wizard can evaporate me, huh? Well, that's your fault. If you get evaporated by Vigar, you fuck something up. Unless he doesn't... Dude, imagine being a new player and he doesn't use Cage until level 6. And then suddenly you're stuck. What the fuck is that? Ow!
environment for these arguments.
That's very
Because
funny.
if they were still mostly focused on...
You have fully deterred me from playing League now. Yeah, you're welcome.
Actually stopping criminals, there wouldn't be any time for these petty differences. But now, because they're inside a safe environment, everyone can have fights without compromising any missions, which makes the Olympics direction even more ridiculous.
So now they can all just be petty reality TV drama bullshit.
But things
That's
get
kind of
much
cool.
worse. The introduction for Azami, a new operator, follows these events. And in her animated short, we get the lore that her boss, and I guess dear friend, was murked in front of her eyes.
Okay.
And she visits her friend Habana, who is still on Rainbow's side by this point, to show her that the bullets used were labeled Nighthaven property. So rather than jump to conclusions, the Rainbow folks track down the mercenaries who killed Azami's boss to see if they can figure out who ordered them.
Okay.
But it turns out the mercenaries were bait, and a helicopter starts shooting at all the Rainbow operators. And they're all like, oh man, I'm pretty sure this is the work of Nighthaven. We haven't gotten any more evidence since that bullet, but if this is Nighthaven, we're mad, so it might as well be Nighthaven. And so they decide to fully jump to conclusions by deciding to infiltrate Nighthaven's HQ.
Okay, so... Okay.
But when Nock does a sloppy job escaping, Nighthaven finds out she was poking around their base and tracks her down. Nock was tracked down. The invisible stealth operator, the one whose only ability in Siege is being invisible on cameras, was caught on camera and then tracked down by bees. And so Grim from Nighthaven pays a visit to her and threatens her, and that's actually all the retaliation.
Well, no, because they have very special secret cameras. They have very special secret high-tech cameras that she didn't know about. That's what it is. Yeah. That's the fun thing about these kind of stories. You can just make shit up. Actually, there's another layer of technology that they had access to. Anti-ghost cameras, yeah.
And that happened.
Is she a real ghost? She's not a real ghost, right? It's not like she's a spirit.
Like, you thought this would launch a big conflict, but no, he just tells her, like, don't do it again or I'll come for you. And that's it. Rainbow just decides that it probably wasn't Nighthaven after all.
Coney, which one are you? Link.
Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Did Coney just gloss over the killer bees? Well, they looked like nano machines. Is that all it was? Like little drones? That's fine. Those are allowed. Guns of Glory, Lost Island. Wait a minute. New game on the sponsor board. Wait. No, I'm not doing that. Never mind. B-Man is very bad. Hold on, which one am I?
Wait,
Why is there ball in place?
Oh, no one is ever happy playing League? Yes, me. I'm never happy playing League.
See? No one has ever like, dude, this is going great. No one has ever said that playing League. Everyone's fucking mad.
Yep.
No one's happy.
Yeah.
You know, no one is ever happy playing
No, he's
this
right.
fucking game.
He's right. He's
Nobody.
right. That's not me. That's not me.
Wait a second. Hold on.
It's this guy and Searchez. Those are the two happy people playing League. Whoever this guy is, and he's only happy because he's playing Camille. That character allows for a lot of freedom. Those are the two happy people. Sanchovies? No, not Sancho. Well, Sanchovies not usually happy. It's Searchez and sometimes Sanchovies, I guess. He's also smurfing. Oh, is he? Okay, well, yeah, smurfing and low elo. Oh, yeah, that's a great time. Yeah, smurfing is a great time. That's delightful. Imagine playing Camille on a smurf. Hell yeah. That's easy. Yeah, dude.
Then Rainbow decides to go to Night Haven again, but this time just to tell them to stay out of their business and give Solus a cool moment to shine. And then they realize both of their gear has been stolen this entire time because someone else has apparently been messing with both teams. So all of their conflict was pointless. This is horrible. But literally none of it matters because it turns out it was all a guy named Deimos. He had orchestrated everything all along. This guy then visits Harry, tries and fails to take out Rainbow operatives in front of him, and then tells Harry that old Rainbow was better and shoots him. Deimos is basically the Siege's community personified.
Okay.
You know, Rainbow used to be feared in my time. A covert unit of Apex killers.
That's kind of a neat idea, though, of a guy who is the embodiment of old fans who wanted to I could see the vision here. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too overbaked. There's a phrase I learned recently in getting back into wrestling. It's 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, which means it's too much. And it's not one that I use a lot. It's kind of gross and evocative, but you get it, right? You don't really need all that. It's just too much shit.
You turned it into the escapades.
Everybody then tracks Deimos down and captures him. So that is the lore with a lot of filler cut out. Because as you can see, there's already just so much nonsense in it. They were clearly just making pointless storylines to draw out the lore, so they wouldn't have to worry about actually doing anything that had a big impact on the game. But the worst part is how the lore is not compatible with the game itself. First of all, if Night Haven and Rainbow never really got along, how come they trained together in-game?
Okay, well, we can't do that. Why can the Overwatch people be on a team with the bad Overwatch people? That can't, you can't do that.
Explain this by saying that the game takes place at a time when the two forces were briefly in harmony before or after.
He's Copper 3. We established this. Be nice.
Their conflict.
Me when Darius and Garen are in my game. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't, you kind of have to suspend disbelief there.
But that doesn't explain Deimos being a playable character. We haven't got a lot of information about Deimos' plan. All that we know is that he thinks Rainbow is too soft and wants to kill all the operators. But now he plays alongside them in their games, whether it's in the Wipeout Stadium or anywhere else.
Okay, that probably shouldn't be allowed. That's a good point. I don't think he should probably be a big bad character and not like on the team. But you could probably come up with a stupid lore like if every single match has its own fanfic. If I get to come up with my own non-canon reason in my head every match, that's fun.
He trains with his worst enemies. In his introduction
Bowser,
video,
when
the
it's time
devs
for
were like,
sports.
yes, Deimos hates Rainbow, but he's not really a part of the team, guys. He's just agreeing to practice with them forever. Mocks Rainbow for being basically airsoft. Becomes part of the airsoft team. Oh, the irony. As you can see, the developers' decision to change Siege's narrative led to more problems than it solved. The lore was poorly strategized as it led to the developers having trouble explaining why it doesn't line up with gameplay, and the pacing itself was also super disjointed, and it feels like it took years for anything to happen.
There is literally no way to have lore in a game like this. I don't think there's any way to do it. There's no way to make it satisfying because you have to marry so many different elements that there's no way to make it work. It's not possible. Mortal Kombat did? Is that what MK is? Because it didn't. No, it didn't. You can have Shang Tsung and Kung Lao on the same team in Mortal Kombat. You can't fucking... They're not friends. Like, you can't... There's no... Like, there's no way to make this work. And you can always say, well, Shang Tsung is hypnotizing him. He's a revenant or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, I could say that about any of this. TF2 did it. Yeah, but TF2 didn't add any new characters. Imagine if TF2 had to add the civilian, right? To keep adding new shit. It just stacks on top of itself.
The stadium basically acted as an environment for these silly stories to play out, and then couldn't be scaled anymore and was scrapped. Had Rainbow continued in its original direction...
Fortnite does it every week. I think Fortnite also does the whole, like, multiverses thing. Not multiverses like multiverses, but multiverse stuff. Having simple character connections and stuff is neat and good, but now it's too much. The problem is that when you have, like, lore events in a world that also coincide with the characters in the world, and the characters interact with it, but then also have to be on teams together, and people can... There's no way to reconcile that. Unless you have a game where... And I can't think of any games that did this, but I think there's a couple. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But imagine a game with... like a good guys and bad guys side, and you have to play good guys versus bad guys, but they are mirrors. So, like, there is a... I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. There is a Ryu on the good guy team, but there is a Ken on the bad guy team. So they do the same thing, maybe slightly different. You get what I'm saying? They're the same, but they're slightly different, and they have opposite teams like that. Like chess? Okay, I guess. Garden Warfare. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I think this exists. Star Wars Battlefront. Okay, there you go. Is that Counter-Strike? I didn't think Counter-Strike had, like, heroes, though. It's not like a champ thing. It's just guns, right? I'm just saying that's probably the way you do it. Is, like, if you have two factions... But then that creates more work, because if you add one guy to one side of a faction, you got to create two guys, and they have to do the same thing, but you have to give people a reason to pick one or the other. You know what I'm saying? The guns are the heroes in CS. Oh! Wait, so, like, terrorists and counter-terrorists get different guns? I've only played Valorant. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Thank you, Tinker Loafer. They have different primary rifles and pistols. Only some are different. Okay. I think that's the only way to make it work. And then you just have to pick whether or not you're on team good guys or bad guys. But again, that fucks things up, because, like, what if the queue is mostly bad guys? Maybe you just get placed on a team, but, like, you don't get your main. It's like, oh, I have to play Ken instead of Ryu. I could see that being annoying.
Would it have been more coherent, but the stakes would be higher and fans would be more engaged. There are plenty of directions you could go with real-world antagonists that would have actually lifted gameplay up too. A new group of scarers that target tech could make levels where you can't use anything electric. And more levels like Article 5 would challenge players in new and interesting ways.
I don't know what he's talking about now.
The writers could also have those same dramatic emotions they wanted to stir up with Nighthaven, but in a much more engaging way to audiences. Just make it so Ashe is brooding because the new opposition is causing her to doubt Rainbow's capabilities. Something like that would not only be more interesting, but it would also tie in with the game, raising the stakes around the organization instead of making it a recreational Nerf club.
I don't think there's a way to do this. I just straight up don't think there's a way to do this. There's no way to continually scale a successful game and not make it like that. Why is the guy from Far Cry in here?
Lore and story are a critical part of a community's engagement with a game, and fans have been begging to return to Siege's more serious narrative ever since it was abandoned. The problem is, going back to a more serious threat would mean that Ubisoft would have to spend resources on making more single-player gameplay. We don't want to do that, dude. That would take money. We're more interested in appealing to esports, and cutting costs by removing all traces of PvE gameplay while we're at it.
I don't think you need PvE to make the lore. That's a neat idea, though. Is PvE the only way to communicate lore in a game? Because it's the only definitive, like, this is what's happening in the world right now? That's kind of an interesting idea. I mean, usually it's through, like, cinematics or whatever, but I do like the idea that, like, PvE is the only way to deliver a definitive, this is the thing that's occurring with no other conversation. Helldivers is doing that well right now. Yeah, but in Helldivers, you don't have two teams, I think is the thing. Like, how do you have two teams? This is getting me thinking. I'm thinking, this video is thought-provoking me. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know. No, but it's interactive and in-game, so you don't have to go outside of the game to know it, so it's probably more attractive to devs for that reason. They tried to have League lore, and then they just shit all over it. They used to have, like... So I've been playing League since 2010, and the characters all had, like, pretty, long, elaborate sort of connections and stories. And then they just started, like, making them very simple and easy. It's very strange. I think they still have, like, vague connections to each other, but the characters used to be a little bit more fleshed out, but now there are too many of them. Yeah, like, Talia was supposed to have this big lore thing, and then apparently her developer was crazy. And good that they didn't expand on that, because I fucking hate that character, so... Urgot and Shaco just had a dark, mysterious past. Yeah, not all of them. And Fiddlesticks was just like, oh, this guy showed up and he's very scary. He's like Beetlejuice. He's really scary. Doesn't Shaco have no lore? I don't think he does.
King of Fighters has very deep lore, but you can only see it if you play with very specific characters and teams.
Oh, yeah, like Team USA. Stuff like that. I didn't know King of Fighters had deep lore. I thought it was just like, Geese is an asshole. Everybody wants to kill him. And then, like, they're friends because of the team stuff. So, like, you got buddies, but...
Although ask any esports player what they think of Stadium, and they'll probably tell you it's their least favorite map. It's not even in the ranked map pool. I really don't have any high expectations for this game's story, because clearly the narrative department of Siege has no idea what they're doing.
Fury.
Of course, in a game like Rainbow, lore is not the final say in a game's success at all. This game is doing very well, and it clearly didn't need its half-baked world building to do so. But judging it strictly from a writing perspective, this game's lore and overall story is a failure. It's not well written or interesting, and worst of all, it doesn't stay true to the game itself. I have no idea where the story is going to go from here. I'm predicting Deimos will escape from Rainbow and just wreak havoc for 3 years while still being a playable character in-game. They're gonna, like, probably chase him around for 2 years before, like, making him take over Nighthaven or something.
I thought this would be more, like, goofy. Like, I thought more goofy, silly shit would happen, but this is just what happens when you have a game that has to make the transition into, like, an ongoing live service platform. Bro, I saw Rick and Morty in the thumbnail. What's Rick and Morty Rainbow Six? Like, what happened there? When did they show up? I didn't know they were in the game. What? That's weird. Okay. Is that a rat? I'm glad I got to yell into the void about Rainbow Six. I tried to get into Rainbow Six because I thought it looked like a really cool idea. But it's way too dense. Master Chief is in the game. It's canon. There's a Rick and Morty announcer pack in Dota 2. Do you guys remember on yesterday, on Fact Your Opinion, I said that, like, I don't think crossovers aren't fun or interesting. It's just the same bullshit in every game. Like, every fucking game now is There's Rick and Morty. There's Ninja Turtles. It's the same thing every single time. We need more different stuff, interesting stuff. Like H3H3 and Payday. Honestly, that was kind of cool. Not that I care about H3H3 or Payday, but I was like, oh shit, that's different. Doc had a skin in COD. I was like, oh, that's different. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a cool sort of direction. Samus and Mario RPG, Chain Chomp and Link's Awakening. Yeah, man. Things in a game that aren't supposed to be. There's a cool way to do it. When Kirby was in Link's Awakening, I was like, huh? Seriously. Coney just wants to be a cameo in a game. What game would I be in? Smash Bros. Put me on a Mii. Have me be a Mii skin. It's just a hat. Samus is in Mario RPG? Kind of, yeah. I think it's her suit. On a wall somewhere. I really thought by now we would have a Smash game with custom announcers. I cannot believe no Smash game has popped off like that. I thought we would have a platform fighter that would be built for the community. Like, I remember Icons coming out 10 years ago, and I was like, all right, this game might not hit, but one of them will, and nothing has. It is unbelievable to me that nothing has done anything yet. Probably Rivals 2. I don't know. Nintendo is not doing that shit? No, I don't think Nintendo would do it. They shouldn't. But what I'm saying is, I thought by now we would have a platform fighter that was close enough to Smash that people would play it instead of Smash. People would be like, all right, let's just move over here. And it would be big, and like it would have more community sort of focus. The same way that like Smite does. I mean, Smite's different because it kind of created its own thing, carved out its own space. But yeah, Multiverses is the closest we got. But you guys know my feeling about Multiverses. Very fun game. But Multiverses wouldn't even do it because I don't think it should have community focus. I don't want to hear an e-celeb in Multiverses. I want to hear like the actual voice actors doing the announcement packs. You know what I mean? Like the BMO voice pack. That was awesome. I love BMO. You're not hyped for the hockey game Sunday? Oh my god, dude. I am. I hate saying this because it sounds like I'm such a hater. I love Multiverses. I think this marketing is so fucking bad. Top to bottom. We're marketing a game that isn't out for a month and a half. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing, man? And I don't think it's their fault. Like I said, I think they locked this in like years ago. They locked in this time slot. But teasing a teaser for a week. Yeah, man, like, we've got to show you something. Are you guys ready? Who's ready? Who wants to see Multiverses? You'll see it in 1 week. Guys, we're proud to announce the game works. It has moves and online. And you can play it. And it will have new characters that have new moves. But you can't play it yet, though. Wait a month. Wait 2 months, actually. What's Sunday? What about hockey? Multiverses is doing a thing with hockey. Hold on, let me... I seem like such a hater. I'm not trying... I'm really not trying to be. I love Multiverses the game. I truly do. But... What?
In the second round, we're going to take Bugs Bunny. We got Bugs Bunny here. And in the second round, we're going to take Bugs Bunny. We think he could bring a lot, not only on the ice, but off the ice. Good locker room guy, glue guy. Get the guys together. Good characteristics. You know, it's a safe bet, and we're happy about taking Bugs Bunny.
I think you have to go with experience.
I was going to say absolute veteran in Bugs Bunny. This guy's done it all, and also done it on the basketball court too. So he's used to big stages.
These poor athletes. Dude, I hope they got a fat payday for this. Dude, we have to do this cartoon character hockey draft. I would draft Superman first, too. Why Velma?
I think you get a solid, savvy veteran pick. And
look at this guy. Yeah, so they're doing a... what the fuck?
Colorado Avalanche, multiversus draft. You're on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I feel like, a pretty unanimous decision at first overall. I think we're going with a high-flying guy. We feel like his IQ is going to bring a lot to the table for us. We're going to pick Superman first.
I would also pick Superman first, of course. Yeah, they're doing a face-off. So I think the way this works is there's AR over the game, so the game is going to be played with these characters, like, during the actual thing. Something like that. Who is this for? Hockey fans, I guess. Disney Plus did the same thing last month. Look it up. What, for NHL? I saw someone quote tweet one of MVS's hockey tweets and say, is this a hockey game now? Dude, it's confusing, right? Like, they showed a hockey game, and it looked like a real game? Did they tweet about it? Wait. Where's the hockey thing? Did they get rid of it? They had, like, a hockey game thing. Oh, yeah, Tax, this is your art. Tax, I don't know if you should be in here. You're going to get... I don't want you being exposed as a hater listening to the Coney. I feel bad about this. I'm not trying to be... But what the fuck are we doing, man? Whatever. I got to stop. I got to stop. Is this it? This is the video? Penguins versus Bruins?
Back to the button and denied by Bill. For the Penguins.
Wait, so is this a hockey game, or this is the Disney one? Big City Greens.
Charlie McAvoy, and that one does leave.
Okay, so this is a real hockey game that they are ARing characters on top of the players. The game is rendered into this.
Over 2 minutes in, there's Gregley, one of the angriest people in all of Big City, making a sign. Hockey.
So this is like the Nickelodeon NFL thing that they're trying to like. Okay. Whatever. Well, maybe the NHL gave Warner Brothers money for this, in which case, good shit, multiverses, let's make a bag. That's good. I like that. Fine with me. I like that, actually. Please. If anything, it's the other way around. I hope not. You know what my issue with multiverses is? They won't stop listening to people who tell them what to do. Like pros. Dear developers, stop listening to pros. Stop it. I don't want to hear what Ninja has to say. Hold on, I'm trying to find the thumbnail for it. There it is. I didn't pre-watch it, I swear. It's a bug. Dear developers, stop listening to Ninja. Stop. 2.1 million views. This topic is important to me because everybody talks about Smash Bros. They're like, oh, what do the players think? What do the players think? Players are dumb as hell, and I don't like them. What is this channel? I don't know. I didn't actually look at what I scrolled through. Let's find out together.
Developers may be watching this video. I put forth...
There's something on millennial writing. I don't know what this... I think that's Randy Pitchford over there. The guy, the Borderlands guy.
The simple proposition.
Let's find out.
Stop listening to competitive players quite so much. Stop designing your games around the experience of pro players. I may get a variety of responses. One I naturally anticipate is the classic, skill issue much? To which I say, cope and seethe. I can
I don't know. I don't know.
play Doom Eternal like complete
That's strike
crap.
one.
All
That's
I want
strike one.
is a nightmare. And if I
I don't know.
can still win,
I don't
why does
know.
my gameplay even matter? For a more serious,
I
actual
don't-
answer, I'll say that being good at a game does not make you a good game designer.
Pro players often complain that the guys making decisions about Halo suck at their own game.
We walked into the wrong class. You think so?
It's true. I'm not that good at Halo. I'm really not that good at sniping. I'm not that good at anything in Halo except driving the Warthog. And I'm not that good on purpose.
A good player is a good designer, like a competitive eater is a good chef, or a porn addict is good at sex. All too often, I see stream.
Alright, yeah, I'll skip. Okay. That's okay. Because I had this one also. This one's a little slow. Do you guys remember how we had that movie about... Hold on. Do you guys remember the top 10 most disliked IGN reviews of all time? Well, now we have the top 10 most disliked GameSpot reviews of all time. It's probably the same. Didn't quite hit as much, though. Honestly, this was a very fun movie to watch. But it's this guy again! One of the top 10 most hated GameSpot reviews! Wasn't this guy British or something? Extremely! Let's find out! Yeah, that movie was honestly a good time.
was
I enjoyed
inevitable.
it.
We couldn't have one without the other now, could we? Gamespot, the Tweedledee to IGN's Tweedledum. From the hilarious New Super Mario Bros. Wii review.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a tough game.
Oh, I forgot they had that one.
Old school tough, so you better bring your butt-stomping A game.
To their firing of Jeff Gertzman for refusing to give Kane
I
and Lynch
forgot
a
about
higher
that.
score. Let's just say, GameSpot has had its fair share of blunders over the years.
This one still blows my mind. Genuinely. The fact that this guy was like, no, this game is not very good. They're like, yo, get that guy the fuck out of here. I hate that fucking guy. That guy's wrong. Advertisers, we hated that guy. Your game is an 8 or a 9. What game was it? Wait, you guys don't know the story? This is a guy named Jeff Gerstmann. So on GameSpot, they had a bunch of ads all over their site. Hold on, let me see. Maybe they still have the ads. Let me turn off ad block. So basically, you would go to GameSpot.com. Yeah, you see this ad up here, and there's one down here. Yeah, Matt, whatever. So they had ads all over for Kane and Lynch. Like, all over the site. Like, up, down, left, right, all over the place. And there was one on the page. And the Kane and Lynch game got, like, a 3 or 4 out of 10. This guy reviewed the Kane and Lynch game. So you would go on the site. It would have the Kane and Lynch banner ad on the review that said this game was poor. It said poor. So they fired him. They're like, oh, my bad, Kane and Lynch. We'll get rid of that fucking guy. And then he started a different site entirely. So good for him.
So let's twist the knife and take a look at the top 10.
This was a time when GameSpot had like semi-reliable reviews too. Yeah, it's weird that like when I was growing up, I wanted to be a game reviewer really bad. But I'm really glad that I landed in this space because now you guys know what I do and don't like. So I hope that you guys can appreciate, like, when I say something is good or bad, you guys can hear it through a single source. Like, Donkey has that video about it. What a shit dream. I thought it would be really cool to review games for a living, you know? Donkey has a whole video about this. Yeah. I think he was spitting. I think being able to rely on individuals and hear their perspective is really valuable. That's really cool.
Most disliked GameSpot reviews of all
I'm
time.
a game reviewer and more. See, that's what I'm saying. I could be anything. I could be a reactioner. Watch this.
First off at number 10, with 5.1 thousand dislikes, we have their review of Alien Isolation. Now, they did rate it higher than IGN's 5.9.
Holy! True, by the way. I hate this game.
But
Don't
only
like
by
this game.
0.1. rounding their review up to a nice and even 6 out of 10.
Dude, I did not know reviewers were this based. Oh my god. Didn't you get lost in the tutorial? Yes! I played Alien Isolation for an hour and I couldn't find a way around an area and I was like, this sucks. I don't want to play anymore. Didn't you cry? Only a little.
10.
The game frequently changes the rules, such as allowing the alien to camp out for you in overhead openings without telling you. The trial and error, combined with the infrequent chances to save, can be frustrating.
Yeah!
Worse still, alien encounters are limited to just those few levels. Typically, you're walking, pulling levers, riding elevators, and, of course, walking some more. The game itself, however, is not much of a looker. The game tries to mimic an action game poorly before reaching its unsatisfying conclusion.
Damn, he hates this game.
More than a dozen long, often boring hours after you started.
Okay, so I didn't play this game, but you want to know why I didn't keep going? How long do you think the perfect horror game is? How long would you say the perfect horror game is in length? 8 hours, 12 hours, 9 hours, 6 hours. Pretty short, right? You don't think it should be crazy long because by a certain point, you're going to sort of get the tricks of the game. You're going to know how it functions. It'll get less scary. Alien Isolation is 18 hours. Isn't that insane? Would you still have fun playing this game?
Hell no. And that's facts.
That doesn't sound fun at all. That sounds miserable. 18 hours in a horror game? Get me the fuck out of here. Especially when so much of it is going to be crawling or stealthing around. I don't know. This is a game people like but don't finish. Then you didn't like it. I think any game that you like but you don't finish is not a game you liked all that much. Personally. Coney plays 30 minutes of a game and complains how long it is. Kind of. I played 30 minutes of the game and I was like, dude, this is not intuitive and it's annoying. And then I looked up how long it was and I just... I got out immediately. There's no way. And then I hear people say it's one of the scariest games ever made. People say it's really good because it's unpredictable. Because you don't know what the alien's going to do, and there's a lot of tension. I hear it's a great game. I hate it, and I'll never play it. GameSpot was spitting. They were right.
Alien Isolation provides us a glimpse at the ultimate alien...
Bro cried during that game. Only a little!
It's too bad that brief glimpse is surrounded by so many hours of uneventful filler.
It seems that, much like IGN's review, GameSpot got someone to review a game from a
Could
genre
two review
that they
sites
don't
be
really
wrong?
enjoy or even understand.
Okay, that's kind of shitty.
Resulting in a score that boggles the mind.
What seems to be your boggle?
My boggle?
And after replaying this game on a PC in 4K,
Was that Judge Dredd?
hearing a reviewer
Demolition
say the game
Man,
isn't
that's
much of
what
a
it was.
looker is absurd. The graphics and art direction are probably the game's greatest feature. He doesn't mention the crafting system or just how good the peak mechanic is. It's something I feel would improve every first-person survival horror game.
The peak mechanic? I agree with the graphics being good. The graphics are good, but the peak mechanic, bro?
Also, the amount of fan service this game provides is astounding. It feels like there's a reference around every corner.
That probably
I honestly
is
can't
cool.
think of many licensed games that do it better than Isolation.
I do love the art direction. I think it's cool. I like this, like, old monitor CRT kind of deal. I do dig that.
He also starts complaining about opening doors, walking, and backtracking.
Most of the game is devoted to door opening, lever pulling, and walking. So very much walking and backtracking. So many old and predictable video game cliches.
The backtracking is almost unnoticeable. From what I can remember, it never took me more than a minute or two to get where I needed to go. The walking and opening doors comment just leaves me speechless
Could you get lost in this game? He might have gotten lost a lot.
every time I hear it. Especially once you've played it and you know how much more there is to Alien Isolation than just walking and opening doors. I mean, it still is one of the best first-person survival horror games you can play today.
Wrong. Game sucks. Coney, I like the game. I just hate playing it ZZ. No, I just like the art. I thought the gameplay sucked, but I didn't really get into it. I just got annoyed during the tutorial.
And for the reviewer to then go on and give it a score that, when combined...
This dude sounds mad. That's why I love these videos. I love the idea of a YouTube channel talking about the 10 most disliked GameSpot reviews and being on the side of the gamers and hating the reviewers. These are amazing. Because sometimes the gamers are wrong.
And with IGNs,
I love
would
that.
turn many would-be buyers away, crippling Isolation's initial sales, and pretty much ensuring that one of the best licensed games ever made would never get a sequel, which has to be the ultimate crime a bad review could ever commit.
I think the ultimate crime a bad review could commit would be doxing somebody during the review, because that wouldn't even like help the review at all. There's a lot worse things you could do.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised this review isn't higher up the list. Coming in at number 9 is their review of Mad Max, with 5.7 thousand dislikes.
I heard this
Mad
game
Max
was actually
at
pretty
6 out of
good.
10. A game that's become somewhat of a cult classic over the years, with 91% of the 40...
This game sucked so ass. Did it?
5,000
I heard this
Steam
game was
reviews
pretty good.
being positive. So, what problems did GameSpot have with Mad Max? Too much sand?
But it's when you get out of the car that things begin to fall apart. The combat system
it's
is
Bam
too
Ham.
dumbed down to enjoy, and repetitive activities get
Dude,
old
it's literally
very fast.
Bam Ham.
Mad Max is too focused on providing you with an open world that's filled with missions, and not focused enough on making those missions worth playing.
So he criticises the Arkham Asylum-like combat, calling it repetitive and too dumbed down to enjoy.
I love Bam Ham.
Which I mostly disagree with. I mean, there is a certain repetitiveness about Arkham's combat system, but nothing has come along to top it yet.
No, it's
Arkham
great.
Asylum is 15 years old
Bam
this
Ham is
year, and
awesome.
some of the current best-selling games are
Oh,
still
get his
using
ass,
what is
Harry!
essentially its combat system.
Wait, Bam Ham? Harry Potter is Bam Ham? Is that real? My wife beat this game. Is my wife a gamer? What? That's crazy. Good for her. What the fuck is Bam Ham? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. You don't know Bam Ham? I'm so glad you asked. I love this image. Bam Ham. Bam, a ham. Yum. Mmm. Fuck Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm sorry. My wife grew up with it, and she's a normie. She don't got online. She don't got internet. You know what I'm saying? She's one of those, you know. She read Twilight and Harry Potter and what's that other one? Hunger Games. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. You get it. Bam Ham, a death in the Hamily. That's very good. Yeah, that's what Bam Ham is. Bam Ham combat is like mashing X, and then a guy goes, oh, and then you hit Y. It sounds stupid. It's so fun. Bam Ham combat, like Spider-Man is Bam Ham. It's so fun. Why? Stop. It's genuinely fun. The rhythm of it is great. It feels so good. Nobody has figured out how to do it better. Seriously.
Mad Max just doesn't feel as polished as Arkham. I mean, it feels a bit too loose, and you have to adjust the
Press
camera
Y
more,
to
probably
look, he's
due
doing
to
it
the
right here.
open world
I
nature
love
of the
Bam
game.
Ham.
But other than that,
it feels
works
good,
well
man.
For a nearly 10-year-old game. You chain strikes together to build fury, which makes you more powerful.
Yakuza is better. I plan on playing Yakuza soon. I'm playing my first Yakuza game after I finish Final Fantasy. I'm actually kind of excited because I've been trying to get into beat-em-ups. I'm going to try it soon.
You deal
I'll let you
bonus
guys know what I
damage if you
think.
get a
Would you say Sifu is like Bam Ham? Yes, but it's better. Sifu is Bam Ham, but it's like polished and better. Sifu is excellent. Sifu is so good. Sifu is good because it's Bam Ham, but it has like resources because you can use items and they break. It's so well done. Coney Weebera? What? No, Yakuza will not be on the mainstream. There's no way. I'm playing Yakuza 0, yeah. I'm going to try Yakuza 0, and I'm going to try it for like 1 or 2 play sessions and then decide if I like it or not. We'll see. I'll probably do it on the side stream, if at all.
perfect parry. You have some instant takedown moves. You gain abilities to break enemy
You're not
shields
gonna like
quicker,
it? Maybe.
Disarm enemies
I mean, I
with
like
weapons
beat 'em
by
ups.
getting
That's
a
why I wanna
perfect
try it.
parry. Bonus damage if you manage to land a heavy attack just before an enemy hits you, so no, I don't think it's too dumbed down to enjoy at all. I mean, The Watchmen...
It doesn't look too bad. Wait, there's a Watchmen game? Oh my god, I forgot.
Yes, but in Mad Max, the ground
I forgot there was a Watchmen game. I gotta play that.
By the surprisingly fun car combat, which has...
The first trailer that ever blew my mind, and I was like, I gotta see this movie, was the Watchmen trailer with Smashing Pumpkins. First trailer I ever saw, and I was like, whoa. I liked the movie, too. And the book.
Its own set of upgrades.
Alan Moore killing himself right now. Alan Moore, I know his ass is mad as hell. Alan Moore is mad as hell.
It's to unlock. So you're never stuck doing the same thing for
I
too
fucking
long.
hate the movie. I understand. I get why people hate the movie. I can appreciate it as a different interpretation, even though I know it's wrong and stupid. But I can see it. I can appreciate it for what it is. You know what I mean?
His next problem is an incredibly strange
I get
one.
it.
Part is unlocked. You purchase it using scrap metal that you collect around the world, which you primarily...
What about the TV show? I also like the TV show. Dude, people want to rip your face off if you say that you like one thing but not the other. If you like the book but not the TV show or the movie. I like the TV show. I get why people didn't too, though. A lot of people hated the TV show because you know what I mean? It changes a lot of things about the lore. There's the whole Rorschach cult thing. I think it's a fine imagining of like what the events would be after. It's all good. It's just whatever elements you like about the original text are going to be things that you like or dislike about future stuff. And I get why. It's just I appreciate it all because I'm like, oh, this is a cool sort of way to represent this stuff. That's all. I loved the TV show until the last episode. I don't remember the last episode. I remember hating the Ozymandias thing and the squid stuff because I was like, this is kind of stupid. But I think I may have liked how it wrapped up. The only show I think I've loved beginning to end, the full season, was Westworld. Westworld Season 1 is one of the best shows I've ever watched. Extremely good. Westworld Season 2 is fucking awful. So bad. It's really bad. Literally everyone has said the HBO show is the only good sequel to Watchmen. No, a lot of people hate the HBO show. I don't know what their criticism is exactly. I think a lot of them hate the direction of the Rorschach cult. And obviously some people think it's woke because it has, Regina King as the pro tag, which is whatever. I don't know if that's a real criticism or if that's blown up, but end of Westworld Season 1 is also trash. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I like that ending. I thought it was a little contrived, but I'm in those circles specifically. Got you. Okay. A lot of the criticism of the HBO show that I've personally seen is that there's black people now. Yeah, that's mostly what I've seen too, is like the character is a black woman, but I try to be like, I'm sure there are other criticisms other than that is not a white guy. You know what I mean?
Acquire from glowing...
I really like the mirror character. I thought that was really cool. I like that guy.
...piles that are sparingly strewn about the wasteland. These piles include...
Did you like the ending of Barry? Yes. Barry, also one of my favorite shows. Barry, Fargo, and Westworld Season 1. Probably my favorite shows ever. Also, Dexter up until Lumen.
Massive car parts, which you can conveniently
Fuck
stick in your
Lumen!
pocket. It's helpful that you can carry multiple cars worth of metal on your person, but it doesn't make much sense.
Yep. Carrying more items
I've never
than your
seen any
character
Mad Max.
should
Oh, wait, no. I saw Mad Max. I saw the Mad Max Fury Road. I didn't really like it. I can appreciate it. I didn't really like it.
Realistically be able to.
Please watch
is
Sopranos. I
apparently
will
a
at some
problem
point, I
now.
swear.
Forgive me, but isn't that every game ever? From Mario collecting coins to Link
Sorry,
carrying...
my bad. Let me go back.
Helpful that you can carry multiple cars worth of metal on your person, but it doesn't make much sense.
Yep. Carrying more items than your character should realistically be able to is apparently a problem now. Forgive me, but isn't that every game ever? From Mario collecting coins to Link carrying multiple weapons, shields...
The gamer is spitting on this one. The gamer is spitting. Reviewer, you're in the wrong here. He's truing now.
And armors
Got
in
his
Breath
ass
of the
here.
Wild. I mean, this is something we've accepted since the dawn of video games. But Mad Max carries a little too much scrap metal, and that's it. All of a sudden, it's an issue.
Well, also because Mad Max isn't like realistic. It's not trying to be like a sim. You know what I mean?
Around the 3-minute mark, he spoils part
like
of the
the point.
final battle. I know at the start of the review it says may contain spoilers, but I think showing part of the final boss fight needs its own spoiler alert. And in GameSpot's follow-up video titled Why Mad Max Got a 6 out of 10, he defends some of the points he made in the review.
You can carry too much stuff, so like, yeah, talk about that.
So everything that you purchase with...
Dude, I didn't know GameSpot does this. If GameSpot has a controversial review, they'll take the review and be like, okay, sit the fuck down. You need to explain why you did that. That's really funny. This is basically a performance review. They just rake them over the coals for the gamers.
Crap.
I love that.
Which is basically shorthand for metal that you collect around the world. And no, not any metal. I mean, it's not like you can just say, hey, no one's using that fence. I'm going to take that and trade it in. You got to find these little piles of scrap. That's fine. You know, whatever. I can get past that part because that's a little gamey thing. And gamey things exist in a lot of games.
Okay, sure. Can you do this with Only One Here? If I ever find out who Only One Here is, I will personally fly him to a studio over here and conduct a 3-hour interview. I'll buy a suit. Only One Here, if you're in here, I would love to do a fucking expose. I want to do a full documentary on that guy.
I mean, what is he even talking about?
Just go into his most controversial reviews, have deep, meaningful conversations. What's it like being a gaming grandpa?
Here. Why is he upset that he can't grab any piece of metal he sees?
I would love
Scrap is a very specific collectible in the game. In Fallout 3, when Walter says he'll buy any scrap metal
How did you even find him? Do you not know the story? So I thought it would be a funny idea for a video if it was right after the Kirby came out. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I thought it'd be very funny to look at the people who hate Kirby. Like, look at the 0 reviews on Metacritic and just go through them. And I found a guy that hated not just Kirby, but every other video game. It was extremely funny. That's all it was. That's literally all it was. Except Forza. And then that guy got semi-famous. He was in a couple videos after that. People love Only One Here.
Talking about here? Why is he upset that he can't grab any piece of metal?
I want to bring that back. It has to be Nintendo games, I think. But people rating extremely cute, like, family games 0. Like, what is their problem?
Oh, he sees. Scrap is a very specific collectible in the game. In Fallout 3, when Walter says he'll buy any scrap metal you have, did he think he could just go outside and start tearing down the walls of Megaton?
Via Twitter, what's the ratio of time spent on foot as opposed to in car? Thanks, dudes.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time in your car. There is the option to fast travel, which I think is bullshit in a Mad Max game.
Another ridiculous statement. Anyone who's played the game knows Mad Max's open world is massive, and taking out fast travel would create a huge, unnecessary grind that wouldn't be fun for anybody.
Well, no, I could kind of understand the complaint about, like, why isn't it more fun to traverse? But then again, I also don't think there's a way to do that. I don't fast travel in Spider-Man. That's always the one that people bring up. They're like, well, Spider-Man, you don't fast travel. But that's because it's fucking Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, the map is small. It's New York. I don't think there's... That's like the one instance. You make the world smaller? Yeah, but then the game, you can't make the game nice. The game has to be really big to please shareholders and gamers.
Sort of spoiler about
I get it. If your car game isn't fun to drive in, I get his criticism. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how you fix that problem, but I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Ultimate ending climactic fight, perhaps.
Okay.
Maybe it's not.
The fight I described comes towards the end of the game. It is not the final conflict. But I really have to ask people, if you're playing a Mad Max game, which is built around car combat, and there is a main antagonist, do you not expect that you are going to enter into car combat with that antagonist?
I probably would.
I just want people to think critically about this, because while I may have given away an element that happened in the story, if you were surprised, I'm sorry.
I get
it. So it's our fault for not expecting final endgame boss fights to be spoiled in his 4-minute review.
I mean, you wouldn't have expected it to be a final endgame boss fight, gamer. The gamer's wrong on this one.
I mean, what a knob. Back to the review. He
All right,
goes on to criticize
I don't think he's the knob on this one. The gamer's wrong. I'll tell you when GameSpot is wrong. The gamer's wrong this time.
Age-old video game mechanic
that's
known
facts.
as the health bar.
Because that's a little gamey thing.
Where he complains that getting hit by a car doesn't result in an instant death, and getting punched once in the face does.
Being run over by a car should theoretically kill you outright, but you're damaged more by the punch of a withered nomad than by the mass of a 3-ton war machine.
Okay.
What he fails to mention is that when he gets hit by a car, he has enough health to take the damage it deals. And when he gets punched in the face, he doesn't, because that is a result of getting punched multiple times in the face.
that's just
for the life
gamey,
of me,
right?
I cannot understand his confusion over the functionality
That's just video
a health
games.
bar
I
plays
get it,
in
though,
a video game.
you know?
I mean, it's like something someone who doesn't play video games would say, because I'd be willing to bet that if you instantly died every time you got hit by a
it'd be
car,
miserable.
he would have had a problem with that as well. It all just comes across as
Damn, that was kind of nice. You see how he got on his feet? He's kind of athletic.
very nitpicky.
That would be so annoying if I got hit by... Dude, I'm playing Helldivers. Every time I get hit by a rocket automaton, I want to uninstall the game. That shit is so annoying. I just die in one hit to something I never saw.
unfair
So
to hold
stupid.
Mad Max up to this hyper-realistic standard, especially when the game doesn't remotely try
Miserable.
to be anything it's not. So it seems Mad Max didn't have a hope in hell of getting a fair review from this pedantic nutcase.
Okay, that's
In
a
at
little
number 8 is their
extreme.
Ghost of Tsushima
Hold
review
on.
with 7.3 thousand dislikes.
The trappings
Damn.
of its familiar open world quest design and all the innate weaknesses that come with it.
You know what's crazy? I see people praise the shit out of this game. When I played it and when I saw reviews, everybody gave it a 7. I thought it was a 7. It felt like a 7 to me. But everybody is saying it's like one of the best open world games ever made.
But those imperfections and dull edges are definitely still there.
It's not
Ghost
bad,
of
it's just a
Tsushima
7.
is at its best when you're riding your horse and taking in the beautiful world on your own terms, armed with a sword and a screenshot button, allowing the environmental cues and
Yeah, it's
your
a
own
beautiful
curiosity to guide you. It's not quite a Criterion classic, but a lot of the time, it sure looks like one.
It's a 7.
Now, if you
Yes, yes, they were spinning. Yes.
Watch the full review, you don't see that 7 out of 10 coming.
You know what the problem is? Any game like this is not Sekiro. And I like, it sounds so reductive and stupid, but it's literally true. Sekiro locked this down. Like this, it's literally, it's done. Like you can't make one of these games now. That is the best version of that game. I'm Sekiro pilled. Yes, it's so fucking good, man. People don't respect the journeyman workhorse 7 out of 10s anymore. No one appreciates a good 7 out of 10 more than me. I played Evil West. Great game. Great 7 out of 10. I played Atomic Heart. 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6. Rise of Ronin is a 7 out of 10. Yes, Rise of Ronin is a bad 7. Ghost of Tsushima is an amazing 7. Exactly. They are the same thing. I'm telling you. 7 out of 10 is good. It's just exactly what it said. RoboCop, 7 out of 10 game. Blasphemous 1, 7 out of 10 game. The humble 7 out of 10 game it occupies a very honorable space in the gaming the gaming ecosystem. Seriously. It's good. I think Ghost was a 7 out of 10. But let's hear what he says.
The only real negatives he mentions are how stiff the characters look during cutscenes, and that during certain fights, the camera is less than ideal.
The voice work is largely let down by a noticeable lack of bodily expression in the almost motionless character models, meaning you're basically just watching a couple of talking heads most of the time. The biggest
very
camera
video
issues
gamey.
regularly
Okay.
arise when fighting in tight spaces indoors or in cluttered areas like enemy encampments, of which there are many, where tents, fences, crates, and other such environmental objects exist. Too often will you find yourself in a situation
go
where
outside.
a solid object will be blocking your vision of Jin, your enemies, more importantly, your enemies' weapons.
Whenever that happens, I run outside immediately. I think he's trying to make the camera look a little shitty.
Although why, he couldn't flick the right stick left or right quickly for
Yeah, he definitely said the open world felt stale, which is what I thought too. Like the open world was just Ubisoft bullshit.
better angle is anybody's guess. But the review and the score given doesn't really seem to add up. Oh, and when he said,
At times, it almost feels as if the art direction is trying a little bit too hard to draw attention to itself.
most people just clicked the dislike button and left.
Alright, that's a
Overall,
little
not
weird.
a bad review, just a confusing score.
The
Which left
game
most
tries
people
to be
scratching their heads.
beautiful.
Donkey Kong
What
cunt.
kind of try-hard bullshit is this? The game's trying to be pretty. It's so artsy. That is very only one here.
Tropical Freeze
Look
for
worse.
the Wii U takes the number
All
7
right, the gamer was spinning on that one. I'll give it up. The gamer wins that one.
slot with nearly 7.4 thousand dislikes. And you only need to watch about 30 seconds of this now legendary bad review to realize why it got the dislikes it did.
Okay, I've said this before. Let me give my opinion on Donkey Kong Country Returns. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. It lacks soul. I know it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Oh wait, this is Tropical Freeze? Still, it lacks soul. It don't dislike the stream. Don't dislike the stream, okay? It just doesn't have the atmosphere, man. Have you played this game? Yes, the game is great. The music is great. The platforming feels good. The levels are really awesome because they kind of transition all the way through. It's a cool game. But it doesn't have the feel, man. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 had a feel to them. It felt like you were on an island, man. It wasn't this Saturday morning cartoon bullshit. I don't know how to put it. It's the mood, dude. It's not because I'm a child. I don't know how to articulate this. I've never known how, and I always get flamed for this. And I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. Seriously, I hope you guys can see what I'm saying. It's not nostalgia. It's not nostalgia. I swear. I can tell when something is nostalgia or not. I can tell. I know. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII right now. It's good. It's not nostalgia. Donkey Kong Country, the music, it felt like the earth. It felt like it felt earthy and natural and like a real place, man. This feels like a cartoon. And that's not bad, but it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. Ain't got soul. Get off the Ambien, please. It's non-habit forming. Okay? I only took 2.
Relax, more old Paper Mario.
No. Hey, hold on. Old Paper Mario is overrated. You just played it when you were young. True? Does anyone agree with me?
And that's facts.
See? Telling you. Origami King is a great game. Y'all are just hating.
There's something about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze that's...
Y'all ever fight the bosses in this game? Fight the bosses in this game and say that it's good.
a little off.
I
Maybe
dare
it's the
you.
way Donkey Kong doesn't
Fight
quite
one
land
boss.
with the firm-footedness you'd expect.
You are tripping these days. I'm serious.
Nintendo platforming mascot. Or maybe, just maybe, it's because, despite some fun moments, this is one of the least exciting platformers I've played in some time. The same goes for the levels themselves. Again, they're not bad, but they stick so steadfastly to Platforming 101, it's very hard to get excited about them. The standards are all there, the leafy green stuff. They are extremely challenging in places.
Oh no, not the bosses!
I had a pretty tough time
no!
many of them, and they felt a little unfair at times. If the regular levels were
The bosses are so long. I can explain your issue in simple words. It will be lost in chat. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 use much grittier aesthetics and had 3D, 2D sprites. It was very real because the dark moments in a jungle that will kill you. It isn't whimsical. It is hard, rough, designed by Brits with no pulling punches, and Miyamoto hated it. See? That person's spitting. Felt more real. Like a monkey was really riding a rhino in a realistic way. You know what I mean? Like the monkey was riding the swordfish and he was dashing all around and killing octopuses. But for real. Like realistically. You know? It's an ape wearing a tie. Yeah, and he killed a guy to get it. You ever think about that? Diddy Kong killed a guy.
Inventive as the boss battles, and Tropical Freeze would be a surefire hit, or at the very least, a game that demands more of your attention. As it stands, this is a fun but thoroughly uninspired entry.
Oh my god! I've never seen this before. Holy shit! How have I never seen this screen? Oh, dude, that's scary.
To the Donkey Kong
They're
series.
gonna cook him.
Yep, another 6 out of 10 for...
Okay, that game's gritty and scary. Never mind, I was wrong.
In my opinion,
that shit's scary.
near perfect game. So for a good few years, this terrible review haunted
You're right.
GameSpot, and is why I think they were jumping for joy when it got re-released for the Switch, so they could sweep their old review under the rug and update their score for Tropical Freeze.
Ah, pussies! Come on. Does Funky Kong... It's all Funky Kong. Funky Kong is a great addition that saves the game.
Which is now apparently a 9 out of 10.
Okay, it's Funky
okay,
mode.
number 6
it's
is their
funky
Days
mode.
Gone
Got
review.
It. Okay. Listen, I'm not saying GameSpot was wrong. I'm not really a huge Tropical Freeze fan. Call me a contrarian. I don't know.
With 11,000 dislikes, which doesn't follow the normal video review format at all. The reviewer and the host talk for 20 minutes like it's a podcast and give the game a 5 out of 10.
Jeez!
But the game doesn't say anything interesting about its story or its characters. It abandons these narrative threads at random. The characters are two-dimensional, and at the very end, you're kind of wondering why you did any of it. Finding places where you can regain your stamina, which of course drains when you sprint.
Because that's a little gamey thing.
You have to go through a lot of hours of not so great. But pretty much every infestation zone is like the same. And it's really underscored by the fact that Deacon says the same things at every single one.
I smell a nest.
The developers put that dialogue in there because the nests are easily missable if you're not looking for them, and are important to burn down because they open up fast traveling routes.
Okay, well then you kind of do need that. Damn, this guy plays games. He understands it.
As well as reducing the
Holy
amount of
shit.
zombies in that area the next time you drive through. Back to GameSpot.
So a lot of the first 20 hours of the game is him like dealing with his grief over Sarah 2 years later.
No, they aren't. He is wrong. Wait, really? Wait, I don't know who to believe. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure? Which one is real here?
The quest line is literally dealing with my past. Right?
Yeah, that's like the description of the quest line. He gets attacked by a doomsday cult called the Rippers, whose story is so dumb that don't even worry about it. And that brings me to Deacon. Is everybody in this game exists to serve Deacon's wants, Deacon's needs, Deacon's progression.
Wow, it's almost like this Deacon guy's the main character or something.
Like with the Newts example. Deacon, he's been killing Newts the whole game, or you've been killing Newts. I found it uncomfortable. Do a lot of not very great things, but they're all presented as the right thing to do. Kill a ton of people in this game, but it's never like, Deacon never reflects back on that.
It's a third-person
Oh, they're doing Uncharted stuff.
shooter
Okay.
set in a zombie apocalypse. Believe it or not, most of us don't want to reflect on the morality of the decisions we make in a zombie game.
That's why we made Last of Us. That's why we made Last of Us, so we could think about the dogs that we have to kill. All the dogs have names, and it makes us very sad. And when you kill a guy in Last of Us 2, they go, Tyler, no! I remember that. GameSpot unironically spitting. No, I mean, you can have a dumb B-movie bullshit game like this, like a butt rock game, which is what this feels like. And then you can have Last of Us 2, which is some Martin Scorsese Oscar bait bullshit.
Plus, killing zombie children is fun. I think the reviewer was focused far too much on the story, character.
This guy's pretending to care about Days Gone. That's what I'm saying. This game was never going to be good. Come on.
Whether or not the character
Yeah, Days Gone is also trying to be Last of Us, yeah.
relationships were believable or not, that she may have lost focus and forgot that Days Gone is a video game and not some Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie.
Jeez. Okay. All right. I don't know. That feels a little... Is that because that's a woman? That feels a little... This gamer feels a little... am I wrong for feel... okay, never mind. I'm not going to...
IGN and GameSpot
That feels a little targeted, because the... Okay.
To play out of context
okay.
is the wedding scene, as if this one scene conclusively proved Days Gone had terrible writing.
But only if you promise to ride me as much as you ride your bike.
But what they fail to mention is the flashback scene where Sarah says this.
On 2 conditions.
Name them.
Okay, well, the first one is that we don't have one of those biker weddings.
Guys,
where you say that
see?
You're gonna ride me as much as your bike.
See? Somebody in my chat told me this. All right? Somebody in my chat told me this. It was out of context. The wedding scene makes sense. That's why she said it. It makes sense, and it's actually good writing because it's a callback. That makes it really good. That means it's good writing because they said it hours ago and they say it again. That makes it good. Yep. Automatically good.
which shows the writers were fully aware that the wedding scene dialogue was cringe, and it was just a way to convey that Sarah accepts both the good and bad side of Deacon.
Does he ever take the hat off? I just realized, does his model have that fully affixed to his head? He's laying down in the ground. It's just like you. You can't make that joke now. You can't make that joke right now. You literally can't do it. You can't. Most other nights you can, not today. Stupid.
Deacon's life. Could it have been handled better? Yes, but it wasn't fair for reviewers to play that clip as if it represented all of the
Not
game
the main skin? Oh, this is my alt skin. Okay.
writing.
This is New Game Plus, Coney.
Because I don't think the game had bad writing at all. Most of the cutscenes are well animated, with great dialogue and voice acting. Besides, if the gameplay's good, most of us will gladly sit through a few cringy cutscenes. And I think the gameplay is brilliant. I
Pre-order bonus, Coney.
enjoyed it from start to finish. Actually, one of the best open world video games I've played in recent years.
Check. Can I get a fact check on this? Is that true?
And that's facts.
Is that real? Hell no.
Hell no.
Is this one of the best open world games in years?
Hell no.
I was curious. I'd never played it. I was never interested. Okay. My ass did not play this.
Feels like a mashup of a Naughty Dog and Rockstar game from like
You need
the
to make that's facts louder. I think I made it too quiet to begin with because I didn't want Shane to be mad at me.
And that's facts.
How about this?
And that's facts.
That's a better, right? Okay.
60 PS3 era with, you know, better graphics, obviously. Though I can only speak as someone who's only ever played it on PC. I'm sure the original release, which was plagued with bugs and only ran at 30 FPS, diminished this experience immensely.
I was
Either
just
way,
never interested.
people thought it deserved the highest score.
I was so sick
And
of
since
zombie
coming
games
to
at this
PC,
point,
Gone has
man.
received nothing but good feedback, with 92% of its 52,000 user reviews being positive,
Whatever.
which isn't bad for a game Gamespot only gave a 5 out of 10. A score like
A
their
5
Alien
feels a little
Isolation
low.
review
We go
could
with
help
6.
ensure that a sequel may never see the light of day.
We go
It's
6
gone. At number 5, we have a tie between The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5, both with 13,000 dislikes each.
What?
First, let's tackle their Last of Us review.
The Last of Us does have problems. Though Ellie's a standout, the rest of the characters lack hearts, and easy puzzles fail to engage your wits.
Joel pushing a dumpster.
But the last...
I can't think of any puzzles on The Last of Us other than swimming with the raft. That's all I could think of.
Last of Us is still a wonderful, moving experience.
Okay.
Rife with terrifying and uplifting moments that light up humanity's darkest days.
I thought the characters were pretty... I don't remember them too much, but I thought Bill was good, and then the dad and the kid that turns into a zombie that you meet in the sewers or whatever. I thought that was good. And the one that I really like the character that Joel leaves in the town. I forget what her name was. I forget what her name is. Tilly? It's like in the beginning, but I thought she was cool too.
So they gave the
Tess, that was it. Yeah. No, it was good. I like the characters in this game.
Last of Us an 8 out of 10.
Dude, and I fucking love the cult leader, actually. The guy that you fight in the steakhouse, that's one of my favorite, like, moments in a game in the past, like, 20 years. That steakhouse fight with Ellie is so fucking good. No, this is good. They're wrong. The gamer's right on this one. Gamespot was wrong. The first game is good. Dude, the first Last of Us is a very good game. Yeah.
Lose their minds.
I don't think it's good in hindsight because so many games tried to ape it and did like the movie thing. But like, if you played it when it came out, it was great.
I mean, everyone was going mental for this game back in the...
Wait, but they gave it an 8. And they're mad at the 8. I mean, that's just gamer shit. I would give it a 9, I think. It's a good story, barely a game. Yeah, but if you played it back when it came out, like 2013 or whatever, it was still, like, it was mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's just a movie, but it's a good movie. It was fine because we didn't have a lot of that back then, you know? I would have said 9, but I get it.
The day. I mean, I played through it once and never had the urge to play through it again. So I am no big fan of this game.
Yeah, it was revolutionary in 2013. Now it's the norm. Well, it's just kind of interesting because you can see like how the new God of War like takes that foundation. I mean, like everybody makes jokes about the Sony single player games, but that's how they work. Is like, you know, slowly walk around an area. Oh, I walked into a combat encounter. Do the combat encounter. Walk away. Learn some lore. Do a puzzle. Like this was the base of that.
But saying Ellie
was Uncharted the base of that? I guess Uncharted was like that before this, but yeah, Uncharted before this and then this. Yeah, Uncharted was probably the better way to do it. This was Uncharted, but with less gameplay and more story. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. It's almost 11 and my kid's still yelling. Let me go check on her foot. Hold on. 1 second. My bad. She wants mommy and daddy to kiss it better, bro. She wants mommy and daddy to kiss it better. You know how it is. She wants mommy and daddy to kiss it better. And she may have broken her ankle. You know? You know how it is. She may need urgent medical attention. Not my problem. I'll deal with it in the morning. Am I right, dads? Am I right, gamer dads? What the fuck is my hair doing? I hate this. Oh, that looks cool. There we go. I'm cool now. True?
Ellie is the only character with heart is just complete.
Bro, I haven't said this one time. Subscribe now. Subscribe now.
And that's facts.
Drop a Twitch Prime right now or a tier 1. No ads. Subscribe. Right now. I haven't done any CTAs today. My ass got no primes. Thank you, Squiddy. Thank you.
Completely false. And his other
I
problems
know y'all
seem
got
like things that
primes.
wouldn't even register to most people as being an issue.
What do you
And yet
mean,
there
hell
are
no?
Immersion-breaking situations that pull you out of the experience. Artificial intelligence is a
Thank you, Hendrix. Thank you, Terry Torsion.
problem for both your allies and enemies. The Last of Us creates rules, such as sound drawing the attention of zombies. But your friends speak loudly or stand in the open while remaining undetected.
Okay, this part was very oh, thank you. See, all you gotta do is ask. Thank you, Nova. Thank you, Yabs and Potatoes. Thank you, Red Yoshi. There we go. Yes, my soul is at peace. I made some money. Thank you. That's all I needed. I had unironically forgotten about my Prime. I just gotta say it more. Gotta pull a H-box. It works, man. Thank you, C-Sharp. No, this is I remember when this was happening, because your character would, like, go into a space and be like, all right, we gotta be really quiet. The clickers can't see anything, but they can hear. And then Ellie's like, what'd you say, Joel? What'd you say? What, Joel?
What happened over there? Hello, Joel?
Joel, where's the zombies? It was constant. I do remember that. Ellie just banging on everything in the place. Didn't your kid just try to sleep? Oh, yeah, my bad. She's okay. Must be I think the Ambien I gave her to sleep through the broken ankle is probably hitting right now. I'm sure she's out. She might just be a little weird tomorrow, but, you know. If Child Protective Services watches my stream, this is a joke. If anybody's gonna call CPS, I don't know the acronym because I've never been visited because I'm a good dad. We went on the trampoline today, okay? I'm a good dad who has fun times with the kid, okay? We have good times and we play, all right? CPS, we're fine. We're good. We went on a bug hunt today, actually. We went on a bug hunt and we saw a stink bug and a fly and an ant. She loves ants. She saw a wasp. So I got to figure out where the fuck that guy lives. Did you push her off the trampoline? No. She fell off. Yeah, there's a wasp nest somewhere. I've seen a couple around our house. Something's going on. It's scary.
Because that's a little gamey thing.
A guard may walk past a freshly slain comrade, but fail.
Dude, why is my camera still tilted?
To raise the alarm. Opening a door lets you pass safely to a new area, while the zombies passively look on. None of these elements destroy the fun.
I mean,
but they do diminish your immersion.
So for those reasons,
yeah, but this shit came out in 2013. We hadn't done that yet.
Alone, he gave the game.
We
an
haven't
8,
figured that out
and
at this
with
point.
Every
You
other
know what I'm saying?
mainstream critic giving the game a perfect score, I'm sure any hardcore fan of The Last of Us who happened across this review at the time left a dislike.
Okay, no way we're caring about the review score of Cheat Code Central. I used this shit when I was a teenager. They gave it an 8. We don't need to fucking... Okay. No way we are defending this practice of a site giving a game 2 less points, and we have to have a fucking a holy war against them.
Okay, on to the legendary...
I love Cheat Code Central. I did. Did we do the same thing to GTA?
Review, which they gave a 9, with their only criticism being, well, have a listen.
Perhaps you start by digging deep into the game's story problems or its serious issues with women. On the other hand, it's deeply frustrating that its world has little room for women except to portray them as strippers, prostitutes, long-suffering wives, humorless girlfriends, and goofy new age feminists we're meant to laugh at.
Is that a fair criticism? I don't know. In GTA? Well, no, because everybody's a piece of shit in GTA. Everybody's an asshole. Except Franklin. Like, I think Franklin is the one character in the game that you're supposed to be like, oh, this guy's normal. But maybe I'm wrong. I think I remember Franklin being the only normal guy. I think you're supposed to identify with Michael, but Michael is like an old, like middle-aged, like, oh, my life sucks, I'm rich, and I have so much money, but my family hates me. And then Trevor's the crazy, wacky guy. So I think everybody is supposed to be disliked. So I kind of understand why the women are also assholes. So I kind of get that, but also, could we have like a girl Franklin? Could we not have one, you know? It's clearly gendered, though. Yeah, I could see that. I haven't played GTA in a while. I kind of get the criticism, but I also kind of feel like it's GTA, so that's a little different. Maybe that's why in GTA 6, yeah, we have a pro tag woman or whatever. Coney has gone woke. No, I think it's the opposite. I think it's okay to have a bunch of annoying gendered stereotypes of women in a game with also annoying gendered stereotypes of men. But if there's one character that's normal for guys like Franklin, but there's no normal woman character, that might be a little weird, right? I don't know. Interesting. What are gendered stereotypes of men? I think like Michael. Michael, this like money-hungry, power-hungry, my life sucks bullshit, just like a fake wannabe mobster kind of thing. Trevor is kind of that. I don't know if it's really gendered. I think they're all explorations of like weird masculinity. Maybe not all, but that's like a men's midlife crisis. He's like the American Beauty Kevin Spacey character, I think. Trevor is like I don't know. He's more like a comic relief, like wild card kind of guy. He's not really gendered, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot less gendered than the women, though. Yeah, I hear you. You don't really see women's midlife crises reflected that much in media, but maybe that's because they don't come out the same way. You're supposed to have a complicated relationship with the protags of GTA, and that's not a consideration the women characters get. They're shitty, but you're supposed to root for them. Yeah, no, you're right. You're supposed to, like, know that Michael is shitty, but you're like, but he's going to pull through because we're going to get through this together. He's going to figure it out and get back at his bitch wife. Because she fucked a yoga instructor. Oh, I hate my bitch wife. No, I kind of get that. I feel that. But I don't know if that's like a... I don't know if that's a I hate women thing or if that's a the pro tags are men, so we want them to succeed thing, which you can only fix by making a pro tag a woman in a GTA context. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of interesting. Kind of like Breaking Bad. What, like, you have to see it through Walter's perspective, so Skyler seems like a bitch? Because you have to look at things through his perspective, whether he's the protagonist or not? That's interesting. What does the YouTuber think about women? Let's hit play and find out. Okay, just to be clear, I don't have the answer. I'm trying to think of this critically myself. Because I do think that this might have been maybe too fine a point on this criticism back in 2013. But I do understand it, you know. But let's see what the controversy is.
Of course, the male characters are funny too, but in ways that deepen and complicate them as characters.
As you could probably tell, this review had a healthy dose of feminist frequency, fun-killing nonsense.
Sexism in gaming.
And though this is becoming the norm nowadays, sadly, projecting one's own personal beliefs onto a video game, especially the biggest video game franchise of all time, was enough for everyone interested in actually playing GTA 5 to dislike the review.
I don't know. Let's engage with our media a little bit more critically. I'm not saying I'm a feminist frequency fan or anything, but let's understand there are different perspectives.
But hey,
you know?
GTA 6 has got a playable female character in it. So maybe it'll make everybody happy this time around. Okay, there's no Dan Houser, Leslie Benzies, or Laszlo Jones for the...
Oh. All the Rockstar people left? Huh.
First time ever. But I'm sure Grand Theft Auto is safe in the hands of Take-Two and Strauss Zelnick.
Ah! Why are you naked? Oh!
Maybe
Staying
it
with
is.
this Rockstar theme.
Oh. Please think critically. People think too critically about this game.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I don't think. I think that's a. Where is the line between games and art? We really got to define this. Is this art? Is this something that we can actually think about through a critical lens that we can discuss as a matter of the current culture and the current zeitgeist at the time? Or is it just I turn on the game and I shoot people in the head? Interesting vid choices tonight. These were all recommended by the Discord. You got to be mad at them, not me.
Is at number 4.
It's art, but I refuse to discuss it.
With 14,000.
That must be because you hate politics. It's got to be that. You don't like the politics in Bioshock. Do you think there are no politics in Bioshock? That's got to be it. Dumb gamer, bro.
While Red Dead Redemption was mostly focused on John Marston's story, Red Dead 2 is about the entire Vanderlyn gang, as a community, as an idea, and as the death rattle of the Wild West. It is about Arthur too, but as the lens with which you view the gang, his very personal, very messy story supports a larger tale. That tale is also supported by sometimes frustrating gameplay mechanics and a predictable mission structure, but without that frustration, the story would lose its impact. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an excellent prequel, but it's
like going on the same mission over and over and over for this bullshit Rockstar mission structure makes the game more effective because you're like, oh, I gotta go to this thing for Dutch again. I never really thought of that. That's a good point. I gotta do this Dutch bullshit again? I gotta rob another train? It's kind of a good point.
It's also an emotional, thought-provoking story in its own right, and it's a world that is hard to leave when it's done.
Nakey Jakey ruined my brain about this game. I feel like that Nakey Jakey video was just like so like it was the obvious shallow criticisms that everybody had. He just put them all in a video. Does anyone else think Bethesda games are actually bad now? It's like, yeah, we all thought that. But you put it in a video. And I'm not criticizing him. He put it in a place where it was easily like sort of digested. And he also, you know, he wasn't that critical because he said the game was good, which it is. But Starfield made a lot of people realize Bethesda games are mid. I'm so happy. I'm glad that Starfield like broke the spell. Like people are like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Cuz I've been waiting for people to wake up since Fallout. What came out after Fallout 3? Fallout 3 changed my fucking life. Cuz that gameplay loop was amazing, and then it just kept being Fallout 3. Every game was Fallout 3 after that. New Vegas? No, but New Vegas also was different too. It wasn't New Vegas or Fallout. It might have been Skyrim. When I saw Skyrim, I was like, wait, that's Fallout 3, but with magic spells. And I didn't play it because I don't care about fantasy stuff. And then they kept putting out Fallout 3. I thought 76 would have been the guillotine. Yeah, but 76, they could hide behind this excuse of like, oh, that was an experiment. It was an MMO. Oopsie. You know what I mean? Is Fallout 76 actually your most hated game ever? No. It's BioShock Infinite. By a mile. I've said this a million times. That's my least favorite game of all time. BioShock Infinite has a great atmosphere and one of the strongest openings I've ever played. It is so fucking bad. I hate that game. Good pick. BioShock overrated as fuck. You're in danger now. Nobody said that, Rod. You're in big danger now. Now you fucked up. BioShock 1 and 2 are masterpieces. Infinite fucked up because and you know what? I'm going to give you a strike for both of those games. So you have 2 strikes now. You better watch your words in this chat. 1 and 2 are very good. Infinite's the bad one. You better be careful with what you say. You're drawing aggro in the chat. Beware, bro. I love BioShock 1 and 2. Infinite is so fucking bad, man. Infinite was the only one I played. That's it. I'm aiming for that guy. I'm aiming for Mural. All right? Let's see if I hit my target this time. We're going for Mural. Here we go. Wait, oh, there wasn't a bullet in there. Fire to blank. My bad. Who'd I get? Did I get Mural? Walla Walla. My bad. My aim's a little off. Had too much of that Ambien. It's the 4th Ambien reference tonight. It's going to be a regular bit here. Y'all better behave.
And that's facts.
I didn't turn that on. I don't know why he did that. My bad. How are you only able to shoot lurkers? Because the lurkers are the only people in the thing. Only... okay, that was a weird way to say this. There are way more lurkers than there are chatters. Maybe there's a way to, I think there might be a way to make it so I shoot one person that has talked in the last minute. I'll look into that. Just to make sure it's somebody active. Fire into a crowd.
So a 9 out of 10 for Red Dead 2, with some of the negatives being sometimes frustrating gameplay mechanics and a predictable story structure. I think the problem with the review is that the reviewer is trying to justify why Red Dead 2 didn't deserve a 10, rather than why it did deserve a 9.
No.
And in doing so, makes the review sound more negative than it actually is. I mean,
Does
that
she?
coupled with our
I
own
don't-
mob-like mentality when it comes to games we've been waiting years and years for,
I don't
getting
think
anything
that's
less than a 10
true.
is probably why Red Dead 2 took the number 4 slot.
I think they just said these are the issues with it, and that's it. I don't. That's a weird projection, I think.
Unbelievably, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated takes 3rd place
Okay.
with 23,000 dislikes. Yeah, this review is apparently more contentious than every other game we've talked about so far.
All right.
And like in my
Oh yeah,
top
this
10
shit got like a 4, right?
IGN video, I have to ask myself, how is it possible for a remake of a PlayStation 2 SpongeBob game to rank so high up on another bad video game review list?
Bro, because it's the nostalgia. People are like, wait, no, it was good when I played it.
In one section of the puzzle, all you need to do is stand on a
Oh, wait, never mind. I remember this.
Another bad
Okay,
video
wait
game
a minute.
review list.
In one section of the puzzle, all you need to do is stand on a button, and that button opens a gate for you to bowl a bubble into so you can progress. The only problem is that during SpongeBob's wind-up animation for bowling, he walks forward. That means you fall off of the button, which closes the gate and prevents you from bowling the bubble where you intended, when you intended.
What the fuck do I do? How do I do this?
I mean, did you try standing a little bit further back?
It's a simple task in concept, but trying to execute it is some of the most unfun and Sisyphean gameplay.
What the hell is even that?
SpongeBob Square
Okay, the gamers are right on this one. The gamers are right on this one. You're right. You're right. I think GameSpot has to take the L on that one.
Pants
That's my
Battle for
bad.
Bikini
He said it was Sisyphean, bro.
Bottom rehydrated.
Gamers win this round. We should have had a tally over whether GameSpot or the gamers win. The gamers take this one, I think.
is rarely amusing or challenging, and
That's
completing
funny.
it is an entirely dry experience. There were multiple points in the game where I climbed up to the top of a high structure and a rogue robot knocked me all the way down into the water. Ironically, none of the protagonists can swim, so I instantly died and respawned at a checkpoint. Having to start all over is truly deflating.
I mean, that shit is annoying, but that's just old game shit. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean, start all over? The platform you fell off is right there.
Sometimes there are
Yeah, but
different
then you gotta
ways to
climb.
get
I
golden
get it, but-
spatulas, but the game also randomly blocks paths with invisible walls, rendering your attempt to get there useless and telling you that your solution isn't right. Walking into those walls
Well-
feels like a slap in the face just for thinking creatively.
okay, this guy only played Mario Odyssey. This is a Mario Odyssey enjoyer only. Okay,
Invisible
yeah,
walls
yeah.
where every-
Mario Odyssey is a marvel, because if you go somewhere you're not supposed to go, the game gives you coins. It's like, damn, that was kind of nice. You're not supposed to go this way, but good job.
Where back in the PlayStation 2 era, I mean, they were like white noise. Now, fast forward 20 years, and this guy thinks they're insulting his creative thinking.
SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for
Holy
Bikini
shit.
Bottom Rehydrated flops like a fish out of water when it comes to this. It's a game so focused on emulating and embellishing the original that it doesn't know the parts of itself that are fun and the parts that aren't. It lost sight of the basic elements that make a collectible platformer enjoyable. This game doesn't promote curious or keen gameplay, the movement isn't smooth, and gathering collectibles never feels rewarding.
Okay, this guy's wrong about this. I did play this game. It wasn't good, but it was fine. The gamers are right.
Ultimately,
I'm sorry
the
to
game
tell
winds
you,
up
the
being
gamers
an
are right.
unpleasant nostalgia trip that nobody should pack.
Holy! Oh my god! Kill that reviewer now! I didn't know it got a 2!
their bags for.
A 2?
So, 2 out of 10 for being a faithful remake. Checkpoints and invisible walls included.
That shit is a 6. That game is a 6. And if you played it when it came out, it's an 8. If it's a good nostalgia trip, it's an 8. It's a 6.
Which is apparently...
That's a 7 if you played it when it... If you have nostalgia for this, it's a 7. For me, it was a 6. It was fine.
what people wanted it to be, and is likely the main reason this review got the amount of dislikes it did.
This is one of the last games I think I played before I went into full content mode. Oh my god. When did this game come out? Maybe it was after I started at Panda and I did the full content thing. I think I played it like right before. 2020? Yeah. Because I started at Panda... Oh, 2021? Never mind. I started at Panda in April 2020. And that's when I shifted from like, okay, 3 times a week, after work streams where I just play a bullshit game. Weren't you on that same rolling puzzle for 30 minutes? No! I think I was on this spot for a while, though. I think I was on this tongue bullshit for a long time.
And is likely the main...
It was 2020? Okay. Well, then it was right after I started doing content stuff.
It's far too Sisyphean. Our number 2 slot goes to their Cyberpunk 2077 review, with 32,000 dislikes.
Did they say it was good or bad? I'm actually curious. Were they like, this game is great, and then nobody could play it, so they said it was bad? Or they said, this game sucks, and then all the CD Projekt Red nerds were like, nuh-uh!
Our experience, the bugs are obtrusive and substantial across the board,
okay.
often forcing us to reload saves or
The gamers love CD Projekt Red, and I don't understand why.
Of the game entirely.
Dude, people love The Witcher.
It's really hard to get into a world you constantly have to leave. But then, it's hard to get into Cyberpunk 2077's world in general. So much of it is superficial set dressing, and there's so much happening all around you, like ads going off at all times, gunfights breaking out in the streets, texts coming in about cars you'll never buy, that a lot of the game feels superfluous.
Okay, I will say, the characters calling me once a fucking minute was very funny. Like, you would leave a building, and you would get 4 phone calls. Just, hey, you gotta come over to my shop, I got something for you, bye. Hey, I got you. You got to kill this guy across town. Why don't you go over there and get something done, choom?
The side
I got a new
quests and
car
the
for you.
characters
Stop
they
by my
showcase are
garage.
the shining beacon through the neon-soaked bleakness of Night City, and they give you room to explore the best the
It's
core
very
RPG
gamey.
mechanics have to offer. These
I
are
remember Ninja Biden. Oh my god, that was so funny. I tried to play through the whole game as cyborg Ninja Joe Biden, who is still alive in this timeline. Then the game crashed.
what carried me through an otherwise disappointing
7 is fair, yeah. 7 is fair for what it was.
experience.
Yeah.
Once again,
You could tell Coney only played for an hour. Dude, I actually 100% this game. If you can believe it. I didn't really like it all that much. But I still have it downloaded. Yeah, 90 hours. I love Skittles. The 90 hours aren't real. A lot of that is idling. Why? I don't know. I think these games, I was perfectly, how do I put this? I was in the time frame to play a game like this. Do you guys ever want to, do you guys ever just want to turn on a game and just walk around doing objectives? You know what I'm saying? That's just what I did. The game is not hard. I never thought. It wasn't difficult. I just went around and I picked up Skittles. It's a Skittles game. And I enjoyed that. And some of the side quests were kind of interesting. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a, more science fiction-y, like a cyberpunk thing. It was cool. And then some of them were really bad. But I 100% it. Did the whole thing. I do that with racing games. Oh, dude, me too. I love that. Like Forza, I'll put a podcast on and just drive around in Forza. For like racing games are so easy. You just keep getting firsts and just doing bullshit. It's very fun. You said the game had 3 good quests. I think one of them was the one with the pregnant couple or the baby that was born that didn't look like the dad. Or it didn't look like the mom. It didn't look like the dad. That's what it was. There was that one. There was the one about the Jesus guy that I don't even really remember. I don't remember the rest. Oh, the vending machine one. The vending machine that got sentient. That one was kind of nice. Yeah, there's a couple good quests in there. The guy who crucified himself. Yeah, that one. I'm playing Elden Ring as my first Dark Souls game. It's amazing, but please explain to me how people have the will to see these games through to the very end. The thrill of exploration. It's like you walk into a swamp and there's a big-ass bear, and you're like, what the fuck is... Like, for me, for Elden Ring, it was like... It was wanting to see what they would do next. Uh-oh, big-ass lobster. Oh, he spits. And I die in one hit to the lobster spit. What is that beautiful singing I hear? A vampire! Ah! I love Elden Ring for that. That was awesome. That's what drives me in Souls games. Like the visual spectacle of what they're gonna throw at you next. I think that's awesome. Oh look, Santa Claus. Yo, that shit Rudolph. Rudolph's jumping. He magical. I just made it to the floating broken castle in Elden Ring, and it's getting stale. Chatter, it is so funny you say, oh my god, I can't believe that. The reason I'm laughing, and I think the reason Chad is laughing, you are in the bad part of the game now. The game is bad from here on out. I loved the first 80% of Elden Ring. The last fifth is some of the least fun I've ever had. I hated Farum Azula Onward. I fucking hate the last fifth of Elden Ring. It just goes fully into the stupid Kaizo, just ridiculous, just horseshit stuff. It's so bad. I hate it. The last part of that game, I can't stand. It's literally like the last 5% of the game. To me, it felt like the last 20, but I think it's because I'm doing everything. Like, I did everything in the game, so maybe it felt longer. I don't know. I hated that shit. The Suplex Man was a great fight, though. Dude, it made me so mad because Malekith, I took like 3 hours to beat. Horalu, I beat second try. Because it was a good fight. Because I won. It just felt like an intuitive fight. It felt more like normal. Like, some of those fights are annoying because they don't, like, as soon as you heal, they attack you, and they do that thing where they hit 80 times in 1 second. Stupid. Horalu is great. The thing I will remember Elden Ring for the most is having 50 enemies that go... Ha! You just... I'm gonna... Every enemy in that game just holds that shit up. It's so funny. Every single enemy does that. Elden Ring is a turn-based RPG where your turn never comes. Dude, that's why I hate it, because they feel like Bloodborne enemies in a Dark Souls game. I heard that in a YouTube video, and now I parrot it all the time. That was my biggest problem with Elden Ring, is like the character, like there's no like stamina on the enemy, so they're just like attacking 50 times. And I'm just like, bro, when is it my turn? Can I play? I can't parry all these. Annoying game.
They gave a hugely anticipated game a low score. And you could put the dislikes down to another case of fanboys gone wild. But what caused all the
he's on
controversy for
GameStop
GameSpot
sign.
is they had the same brilliant idea that they had with Mad Max. They made a review discussion video. Here's just a couple of excerpts from...
They're just farming content. They're milking this.
From the Cyberpunk 2077, Does It Live Up to the Hype video.
It's like I crafted like one thing. There's like a whole crafting interface.
This poor woman. This poor girl. Again?
I didn't follow that quest because it was like, it involved like a fight and I didn't want to do brawling. So I was just like, well, that's sure a thing, and then I bounced. But like,
oh, I forgot there was that fighting quest. Yeah.
Help the cops catch these criminals, and I was like, what if I don't want to help the cops? And then I would just drive away, and like I didn't do a single one of them because I just didn't see the points.
As you can probably tell, this gave people all the ammunition they needed to completely discredit GameSpot's 7 out of 10. And with comments like that, who can argue? So that video blew up, resulting in GameSpot turning off the comments on both their Cyberpunk videos and waiting for everything to blow over. Problem is, Cyberpunk absolutely deserved a score like that. Maybe not for the same reasons stated in GameSpot's review, but for plenty of others, deserved a score like that. Maybe not for the same reason.
Is this the Chrome Cat video? It looks like the Chrome Cat video. That's funny.
And stated in GameSpot's review, but for plenty of others. I mean, it wasn't a 9 or 10 out of 10 game. Not in a million years. I mean, it was an absolutely disastrous launch. And the game basically became a glorified ray tracing benchmark tool. But when GameSpot allowed people to review a game they clearly have no interest in playing, everybody loses. Well,
I mean, I would argue that's the game's fault. for not making it more engaging in those ways. Like I'm playing through, like I played through Fallout 4, and I didn't want to build a settlement ever. I don't think that means I don't want to play Fallout 4. I just don't want to engage in this bullshit crafting stuff. You know what I mean? So if like she doesn't want to play the melee combat section or do whatever the cops are doing for a stupid side quest, you know, that's more on the game's fault, I think. She didn't say she didn't want to engage with the game. She said she didn't see the point. Well, yeah, I feel like the cop stuff is just like, they're probably emergent quests where it's like there's a bank robbery going on and the cops are like, hey, help us. It's like, what? Why? You know? A reviewer has a responsibility to engage with what they're reviewing to make a fair judgment. Yeah, but you can't review I don't think you have to review the entire game as a whole. If something isn't engaging to you, I don't think you do it, especially if the game is this dense. You know what I mean? They can say it's shit and that's the review. Well, I think you don't do it and you say it didn't feel like, I'm not going to play Skyrim and do all of the Radiant quests where they're like, they keep pulling up random bullshit, go to this place, talk to this guy. I see what you're saying, though. I mean, like, there is a responsibility for them to, like, actually engage with the game, but I don't think you have to engage with everything in the game if it's this. I don't need to go bowling with Nico 50 times. Nico, my cousin. Who's it? Andre? I don't know what his name is. So then the review is inaccurate? No. Because if it's not a major part of the game, like that punching side quest is like specifically if you want to go into a melee build or like if you're interested in doing melee stuff. That's not the game specific. You know what I mean?
Except people who hate mainstream.
Coney trying to review Final Fantasy 15, but he didn't fish for 10 hours. Yeah, I don't play fishing games. You know what I mean? I don't think that's, you know.
Video game journalism, GameSpot might as well dress their reviewer up in a duck suit and declare open season. So shoot me now! Okay, we made it. Number one.
Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I know what this is.
GameSpot's most disliked video review of all time is Spider-Man
it's this
Miles
one.
Morales,
Yeah.
with 135,000 dislikes.
Isn't the guy who wrote this line, the guy was black, right? Wasn't the guy who wrote this black?
Now, sure, I could sit here and say that a lot of the dislikes came
Why
from
did he say that?
Sony
Okay,
fanboys
hold on.
that expect
Hold on.
every first-party PlayStation game to get nothing less than a 9 out of 10. But most of us know why this review got so many dislikes, and if you don't, get ready for a phrase so cringy that it created a gaming meme more powerful than IGN's Too Much Water.
The child of a black father and Puerto Rican mother, Miles is a wonderful mixture of cultures and languages. The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Okay, wait. The writer was black. The guy who read the line was not. He was white. That might have been a miscalculation. Is it that bad of a line to write, though? Defend this one? I will! Okay, if the writer is a black dude and he is happy to be represented in this way, in a way that he sees as being credible, as a way that he thinks is a good representation of him as a teen, or his experiences, is he not allowed to convey that information? I'm not saying it's not cringy. The point is that it is his personal subjective experience. Can we not appreciate that? Based on his experience, maybe he lived through life and had that exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Maybe he was a black teen once, the writer is black, right? Maybe you shouldn't have a white guy read it. But I'm not going to make fun of this guy for feeling well represented in the Spider-Man game. Isn't the whole point to make Miles Morales to feel natural and not like he's just a fucking Peter Parker reskin? You get what I'm saying? Right?
And that's facts.
What if he didn't have the exaggerated swagger of a black teen? What if he felt like Peter Parker? You'd be making more fun of him. Now, he didn't need to say it like this, I think. But I get it, you know? Consult one of your 2 black friends. Okay, smartass. I have 3. There's Pink Fresh, too. And Rod. 4. And Sajam. And Sage. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Omni. Yeah. Name 10 black people. Bro, it's so late. It's already 11:30. Come on. We're going to be here another hour. Obama?
11 words that will haunt GameSpot.
What is Barack Obama's daughter? Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Molly Obama, Sasha Obama. There's 4 right there.
For the rest of its days. I mean, what was going through the reviewer's head when he wrote that, we'll never know. But I choose to believe that the meme god came down from above.
Kamala Harris. I think it's Kamala. Kamala Harris. That's 5. And 4 of them are women.
And touch this blessed individual, for he was the one to spread the word, the one who would condense GameSpot into a single meme. To Alien Isolation, sleep well, sweet prince, for they can hurt you no longer.
Bro, I don't think this line was that bad. I gotta say it. I'm gonna keep it $100. I don't think this line was that bad. As a white person, I hereby declare this line not cringy.
And that's facts.
GameSpot
As the authority, I did not say that.
Tyrannical reign was finally over. The great beast felled by a mighty hero, full of the
Coney
exaggerated swagger of a
fun.
black teen.
It's a fun button.
If you like gaming videos that feel like they're from the 2010s,
that's a fun movie. Good movie. I think GameSpot was right most of the time, though. I think the gamers were wrong. If I'm being $100. Speaking of reviews, let's check up. MLB The Show, bad. South Park Snow Day, bad. Detective Pikachu Returns, bad. Princess Peach, bad. Disney Snowstorm. Damn, 2 reviews for South Park? This remake is a steaming pile of garbage. I can't believe this piece of garbage was an internet darling back in 2013. What is he talking about? Wait, what game is he... Hold on. What game is he talking about? Higher quality games better receive. The stupid artsy fartsy game could have had huge... Oh, this is a fun game. What game is he actually talking about? They remade the 64 shooter? No, he said it was a darling in 2013. It's not that. Gameplay is boring. Campaign is under 3 hours. Toy collecting millennials roasted cog goes for the 4-hour campaign. How did that get a... This game was cheaper, only as a third of the mode ghosts have. Oh, so it's COD. The review is for A Tale of Two Sons. Oh, it's brothers. Oh, okay. Got it. It's brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Got it. It's Metacritic's fault. Not the octogenarian. Damn, they got 2 zeros? South Park is Dude, come on! We got 2 zeros? I'd be mad as hell. What is about his recent reviews? Are they right? No! I mean, Detective Pikachu I did hear was pretty bad. Princess Peach was a steaming pile of garbage. Disney Speedstorm. Did I tell you guys I bought this game? I own it. I don't know what compelled me. For some reason, part of my brain was like, oh, this seems like it'll be a funny game to play. I don't know why I did. I haven't played it once. Wasn't that game free? Chatter, I didn't know it was free. I accidentally bought the Super Pass to play it early, and then they wouldn't refund me the whole thing. They only refunded me a little. So if I ever turn this game on, I have some cool Buzz Lightyear skins or something. Let's see if there's anyone to play it with. Awesome. Great. All right. Hey, you know what? Maybe we play it tomorrow during Gameplay Thursday. Woohoo. That's a lot? Yeah, maybe we'll play it tomorrow. Won't that be fun? More than Nasby 2? Hold on. Stop. Take a guess. Nasby 2. Take a guess. It's double digits. Dunk says 70, 50, 29, 50, 13, 40. 41. It's holding steady. I will say that. March had 37. Now it's 30. Like, it's not. People came back for crabs, I think. Is that February? Wait, is Nasby 1 on? Stop. There's a 1v1 going on right now. There's a 1v1 happening right now. Da 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 da. I can't believe you made me buy that game. Shut the fuck up. It was a good game. Rivals 450. It was a good game, man. Seriously. Sure, dude? Shut the fuck up. It was a good game. Rivals wins. Yeah. I don't know if they messed up 2. 2 just got too, 2 they tried too hard, I think.
Please subscribe.
Coney, can we play this Gameplay Thursday? Sheepy, A Short Adventure. Maybe. Probably not. I got some other stuff for Gameplay Thursday. Hold on. I got Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. And I had something else. Oh, it was the Rugrats thing, but I already played it. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. Yep. How the hell do you hate Princess Peach but think Nasby 1 is acceptable? Nasby 1 was fun as shit. It was so fun. Do you got SpongeBob? Hold on, how do I highlight a message? Does anyone how do I do that? How do I I don't know how to highlight the message or pin it. How do I Is there a way to pin that message? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Here you go. Oh, that's good. Have you played Turbo Golf Racing? No, I don't know what that is. I love SpongeBob. Is it a Kurt Angle video? Okay. All my shit is wrestling now. True! I forgot! This is true, actually! I forgot about this. Fellas, do we agree? What a callback. Going back to the beginning. Bad movie night? I disagree. I had a good night. Can I watch the CM Punk fight footage? Oh, dude, did that come out? What, did they actually drop the real footage? They aired it on TV. Is it the real footage? They're DMCAing it on Twitter. Hold on. Okay. All right. Oh boy, how do I explain this? Fellas, this is a bit okay. So 6 months ago, you don't care about this at all, do you? Is this it? The YouTube?
The last time.
Okay, so how do I even explain this? Okay. 6 months ago, CM Punk, who was a pro wrestler and was very famous, he tried to get into MMA and he was really bad at it, and he came back to pro wrestling. He went to AEW, which is a rival company to WWE. He went to AEW and he got into a backstage fight because of some backstage politics. This was 6 months ago. Then he went to WWE and he signed with them and he made way more money. And what he said were disparaging remarks. He said AEW is actually a company being paid for by a billionaire who is just playing with toys in a sandbox. They're not interested in making money. They're just having a fun little federation where anything can happen, and they only care about losers online. They only care about those impressions online. They don't care about actually making money from a business perspective. So apparently back in AEW, it is alleged that he choked out a member of the backstage without provocation, that he just got on a guy and he beat the shit out of the guy and he choked him out without any reason to do it, and then they disputed that and they said, no, that's not what happened. It's been this he said, she said bullshit. But now people are saying that AEW is actually extremely petty for caring about this from 6 months ago, and why are they airing it on TV? They can't really get anything from it. They're only giving publicity to the current company that has CM Punk because he's on WWE. There's a big reason for that. It's a lot of bullshit. Why does it matter? Let's watch the footage.
We wrestled these guys was at All In.
I didn't know about this. Yeah, apparently CM Punk choked out Jungle Boy backstage. Listen, I only know about this because I keep up very loosely. Don't think I'm a man-child, please, okay? I don't watch wrestling. I'm too cool and adult for that. I only barely know the details. There's a guy named Jungle Boy, okay? Too late for that.
We're the masterminds
Hold
behind
on.
this entire. Tried to make this entire show about himself.
So basically, the guy choked out there. It's alleged that CM Punk choked out a guy without provocation, and they had to fire him for that. He says that he was provoked, and it's some bullshit. Right?
We had no time to hydrate. We had no time to even pray, damn it. Our biggest show of all time.
Casually keeping up with wrestling is so fucking funny. It's like a gossip fest for insecure men. It's so weird. Yeah, it's bizarre because you hear all this stupid, like, vapid bullshit about people not liking people. It's so high schooly. It's so stupid. But it's so funny for that reason.
That it didn't.
Okay, so that's him. Okay, there's a little fight. Okay, they're fighting, arguing. By the way, CM Punk is a notorious asshole. He's like just a mean person, apparently. One of those guys that sticks to his convictions. This music. All right, so they're having an argument. No audio here. Oh. All right, and he pushed him. Okay. That did seem... All right, he did strike him out of nowhere. Okay. All right, so I don't know what this guy said to him to cause that. That's it? Yeah. Okay, I don't know why the music had to hit at that point. Me when someone gets fired for attacking a coworker? Well, see, the shitty thing about pro wrestling is that now this just makes him look cool. You could very easily spin this into, yeah, that other guy was talking shit and he said something I didn't like and I pushed him. Big fucking deal. Like, he's at a different company now. All this does is publicize him. Is he a face right now? Yes. He's a face, but even if you're a face, you're like, yeah, that guy sucks and he works for the shitty company. Am I right? Cleveland, Ohio? And then everybody pops. Not really, to be honest. We know it's fake at this point. He looks like a baby. I don't know all the details of what or why. But we already know CM Punk is a baby whiny bitch. Right? Like, that's like his whole thing. This is so stupid. Why am I talking about it? Because I was going to look this up after. I want you guys to know they hyped this up for a week. They're like, we're going to show the real footage. And now I was just curious. And I feel I'm a mark. I got worked. I clicked on the YouTube video. My bad. Yeah. This is the crowd. Yeah, so these shows are not doing great. Wait, they chanted during it? CM Punk chants? I want to see the actual crowd. The crowd is dead. Dude, the crowds are very small, apparently. By the way, CM Punk is beloved for a promo he did like 15 years ago, where he said Vince McMahon is bad.
Fuck the Bucks.
Okay. This is so weird, man. Why did they show this?
There you have it. That wasn't.
What's even the angle here? Okay, thanks, Coney. Now I hate wrestling. Yeah, happy to help. This is so stupid. This is so fucking dumb. They don't gain any... this is dumb. This sucks, and I love wrestling. I don't love wrestling. I'm only getting marginally back into it because it's Mania season, and this Mania was very good. But it just feels so childish. But that's also why it's interesting, because why do these grown men care so much what people think of them? It's so weird. Fascinating. Fun part will be watching a bunch of people try to spin that clip in a million different ways. Yeah, I got to go check out some podcasts. Okay. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I had a bounty tonight. Can you guess what game it was? But I forgot to do it, and now everybody's leaving because it's the end of the stream. I hope you all have a blessed evening. I'll be back tomorrow for Gameplay Thursday. I want to do something else, but I don't know what. Oh, shit! I forgot to do something tonight! I'm not kidding. I forgot to spin the wheel. One second. Oh, I'm spinning it. I forgot to fucking spin the wheel, dude? Okay. Dude, my bad, everybody. I forgot about this. With that hair, yup, we're doing it with this hair. Remember, it doesn't matter because the YouTube gets a different intro anyway. All right, let's spin the wheel. We're doing Wheel Champ. I'll record a better intro on when we do it. We're doing it Sunday. Wheel Champ is Sunday, okay? Wheel Champ is Sunday. All right? Time for Wheel Champ. What about the survey? We'll have it up soon. I want a week for that to cook. Let's do Wheel Champ. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. Here we go. I've got the wheel right here. And anything could come up. Could be anything. Okay, here we go. We're spinning the wheel. Here it goes. I'm spinning it. I'm spinning it, and it... Oh, man. This is a weird spin. Wow! The weirdest fighting game character! Again! It's another one! It's been 2 years, but it's time to find the weirdest fighting game character! Unbelievable! Guys, let's all go to wheelchamp.coney.gg right now and put in our characters now. That's right. Go to coney.gg and click on Wheelchamp and put in the weirdest fighting game character. Now, I would recommend you watch this video first to make sure we don't get repeats, okay? Let's check it out together, all right? Bro is desperate for views. I actually just really wanted to do this again. I swear. I promise. It's not a views thing. I just think it's fun, okay? Maybe it'll get views, though. I don't know. It might get views. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's go do this. I'll talk about it tomorrow. We're doing it on Sunday, okay? Sunday's the day. Yeah. At least do a legit spin. The real reason I had to rig the spin is because my kid took off the Post-it note, and I can't find any more Post-it notes. It would be grab bag. But we're not doing grab bag. Sorry. Not a grab bag night. Sorry, everybody. You just did grab bag. Yeah, exactly. We just did grab bag, and it was shitty. Thanks for watching, everybody. Wheel Champ on Sunday. Go submit stuff. We'll talk about it. Gameplay Thursday tomorrow. Goodbye.